This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
It's coming! Everybody underground now! Come on! Get underground! Take cover right now!
The producers of Jurassic Park and the director of Speed bring you face to face with Twister.
Get out of there! Hurry!
There's no place to run. There's nowhere to hide. No time to escape. Don't think.
It's gonna drop right on us! Find something to grab a hold of!
Don't breathe. And never, ever look back. Twister. Rated PG-13.
Well, folks, we are going to talk about the Twister movie from 1996, not to be confused with any heroic fist-flinging tornadoes, which I can't even pronounce words correctly today. This is going to be... What kind of movie, or what kind of episode is this going to be? It's not going to be Cyclone, those crazy, low-appearance He-Man characters, but Twister. 1996. May 10th, 1996 to be exact. So, this is Kevin, joined by
Brad.
And
Justin.
In the flesh.
Yeah, in the flesh. So, the Back to the Past podcast for the first time in 3 months. 3-4 months, something like that. Since our March episode, which I don't even remember what our March episode was at this point.
I don't either.
Yep. But hey.
Time is a flat circle when you're in quarantine.
That's right. The Back to the Past podcast is live and in person, bringing you Twister, starring Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. Well, they're the main two. I mean, this has actually got going back, you see a great cast.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I know that person. I've seen that person. He was just in this show. She was just in that show. Oh, man. Directed by...
Jan de Bont.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take your word for that.
Yes.
Because it looks like Jan de Bont.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But I do know a guy named Jan. So it is... I get it. But, yeah, Twister made $41 million on its opening weekend and over $494 million worldwide on a $92 million budget.
Not too shabby.
Made half the budget back in one weekend.
Yeah, did pretty good.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby for a film that relies heavily on special effects. It's a great summertime film.
It's a popcorn flick for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's just one of those. Just don't go in there looking for these fantastic acting roles and stuff like that. Although there are some, and we'll just say Philip Seymour Hoffman. Wonderful job as Dustin. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, his name's Dustin, but I don't think they ever refer to him as Dustin in the movie. He's, of course, Dusty.
Yeah. You go by Dusty a lot. So,
which, I mean... The way he acts in the movie, he acts a little more like a Dusty.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, so how much of this was acting and how much of this was your real life unfortunate drug addiction?
Yes.
I read somewhere that the one I think the main reason he took it was he was wanting to move to New York.
Yeah.
So, like, he really didn't take it because he wanted to do it. He was just kind of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And he definitely doesn't appear to be taking it very seriously.
Yeah.
But that's probably
Which
what
is
makes
perfect.
his character perfect.
Yeah.
That's why he's my favorite one in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. He's probably one of the most popular characters in the entire film.
Mm-hmm.
But it does make you wonder, though, like if this is being filmed primarily in the Midwest, Oklahoma, and Kansas, Iowa. Yeah, so a couple different states. It's like, why did you take this? Because you're wanting to go back to New York? I don't know.
Maybe it's halfway.
Shorter flights?
Maybe it's halfway to New York. I don't know.
Not cross-country flights?
Maybe he needed some moving money.
Could be.
That could be.
Yeah. Written by Michael Crichton and Anne-Marie Martin.
Which is his wife.
Yeah. And so Joss... Is it Joss?
Joss Whedon.
Yeah. Made some draft revisions, but is not credited in this film.
Apparently in the 90s, that was kind of like his main thing, was to do like draft revisions and rewrite scripts, but he's credited with almost none of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think on this movie, he actually had to leave production twice. Once he was getting married, and I can't remember what the other reason was. There were like legit reasons. It wasn't like there was a problem.
Yeah.
But he, apparently looking back, I've read an interview with him where he wasn't totally happy with the way the movie came out.
Yeah.
It wasn't exactly what he was hoping for, but...
Right. And I kind of think Bill Paxton thought somewhat similar.
So Bill Paxton wanted to remake it as an extreme...
Right.
He wanted a thriller, like a die-hard, like scary, monstrous... He didn't want the rom-com elements. He didn't want he wanted like a very dangerous movie. I kind of wanted to see that.
I know.
That would be interesting to see a cut of that. Yeah. If you could. I don't know what material they would have for that.
Oh, he wanted to like completely do a whole new thing.
Yeah.
Like not...
I want to say he kind of wanted to do a sequel, but...
Kind of like a boot sequel.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like a reboot, kind of sequel. Yeah.
Jurassic World, anybody?
Yeah. Yeah.
Reboot
in the
with
days
the same
before
presence.
Yeah.
Pretty much the exact same film. We're going to give it a different name. You're familiar with all the characters and stuff like that.
So instead of Twister, it's Twisters.
Yeah.
All roads lead back to aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, from what I gather, he wanted it to be like really dark and really mean. So maybe it would be like Tornadoes Kill Everyone would be the title. I don't...
Well, it'd have to be better than Sharknado.
That's a tall order.
Which one?
Right. There's only, 20 of them?
Right.
Yeah. So apparently, Jan de Bont was not the easiest director to work with. Apparently liked to push crew members down, and apparently like part of the crew walked off the set. Like 20 members of the crew walked off the set just because he was very difficult.
Yeah, apparently he was quite the ass, and I think at one point the director of photography left with the group, and the crew ended up coming. Either the crew came back or got a new crew. I don't remember which, but he ended up having to then become basically the director of photography because no one would work with him.
Yeah, for the last, was it so many weeks or so many days of the shoot?
Yeah, something like that. Because this was a long shoot.
That wouldn't
90
happen.
something days. I
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen today.
think? No.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, it was apparently a very difficult production.
Yeah, and apparently he called Helen Hunt clumsy because she would get hurt during filming, and I think her response to hearing that was, so the guy that burned my retinas is calling me clumsy. Yeah, because that was one of the unfortunate things that I don't know if you would blame it on the weather, because they had a lot of sunny skies during filming, so they had to contrast for dark skies with tornadic weather, that's not going to be bright sunshiny days. So they had to shine all these really bright lights inside the truck cab scenes and burn the retinas of both Bill and Helen.
Yeah, the lighting in this movie is my biggest pet peeve. Yeah. Upon reviewing a few times, it's very noticeable a few times.
Well, and some of it is, it's CG filters.
Yeah.
Which is
96 doing best
if
you can.
If you're watching this on regular cart TV on a VHS,
you're fine. It's great.
It looks great.
Right.
But you watch it now with any clear anything, ooh, it's very apparent.
Yeah. So this movie, the only time I've seen this in theaters was just a couple years ago when, one of our local theaters was showing it in St. Louis. Me and wife went and saw it. I was like, this is great. I got to see the movie in a theater.
I would
experience.
I would go do that. That would be a good ride.
I'm the lucky one. I got to see it whenever it first came out in the theater. Little 12-year-old me.
Wow. Did it blow any of the speakers or anything? Because apparently there was a lot of discussion that theaters around the country, because of all the bass and the noise and everything. I
do remember it being very loud, but I mean, it's one of the few movies that I can say that I remember thinking, my God, maybe someone ought to turn this down.
Was that like Interstellar when you felt like you got shot because it was so loud when the cab blows?
Oh, I was so enthralled with that. I wasn't paying any attention. It was just, but with this, I mean, I was so lost in, because I mean, I've always been, weather is like one of my big hobbies. And so, a movie about tornadoes, sure, yeah. I was totally hooked. So, I remember being loud, but
yeah, it was sciencey stuff. Look at this.
Which is funny for a movie that's partially written by Michael Crichton, who's known for being very sciencey. I mean, Andromeda Strain, Jurassic Park, they're very deep into the science. And this, I didn't think about it till we were researching for this. I would kind of like to see what he would have done with a novel of this. Because he dips way deep into science.
Right.
And the movie doesn't really dip very deep into the science.
No.
I feel like if it was made today, though, they would go the Martian route with was it just a couple of years ago, wasn't it? 2015.
Yeah, it's not that old.
Yeah, with Matt Damon, where they kind of take a lot of that science and kind of pull it back through and go through, NASA to make sure that it's something that could actually be feasible.
Right.
That would depend on who's involved.
Yeah,
if Michael Bay's involved, I wouldn't count on it.
No, we're going to blow up the entire Midwest because we're not going to be shooting there no more.
Right, yeah. We need more explosions.
Right. We need these tornadoes up in Maine now.
Fire tornado.
Oh, God. That exists, by the way. That movie.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just type in Twister or Tornado or something like that into a movie subscription service to stream, you'll find all sorts of
low budget shovelware. I will say this movie is kind of what kicked off all of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there were a couple before, but this really jump-started it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was also kind of a run there for a while with a lot of these natural disaster movies. I'm trying to remember when Armageddon came out.
98.
Yeah, it was a couple years later.
So
Dante's Peak, 97.
Yep. So a lot of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
End of Tomorrow or something like that.
Edge of Tomorrow.
I
think that was
more recent.
I think that was early 2000s.
Yeah.
But it was like the 70s had like your disaster movies with like Earthquake, Towering Inferno, Avalanche. And then the 80s was kind of quiet on it. And then the 90s, we have...
Let's do it.
They're back, but with CG.
Yeah. So Twister has a runtime of 1 hour and 53 minutes.
And doesn't feel its length at all.
No. I mean, it feels like it goes very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just boom. It's kind of like nonstop action. After they get through one tornado, they kind of calm down for a few moments. Next thing you know, they're chasing the next one. It's like, wow.
Well, and they even staged the entire movie saying, well, this is highly unusual weather. It looks like we're going to have a lot of tornadoes today.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, all right, that's cool. We're going to do a 24-hour run of just a bunch of tornadoes.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is all supposedly taking place within 24 hours.
Yeah, which, growing up watching it, I was just like, oh, tornadoes. It didn't occur to me till later. Except for that first scene with the family.
Right, with Joe's family.
The rest of it's all like, it's within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Which isn't unheard of.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to that very first scene before we get into some of this stuff, because it's one of the things that I've never understood, especially these last 2 times that I've watched it. I'm like, okay, so family all run to the storm shelter as anybody living in the Midwest would do, that if you're living out kind of rural areas with farmland and stuff, hitting the storm cellar. Mm-hmm. You're going down there, you're latching the door, you got the family, you got the dog, everything, and yet the dad stands there and tries to hold the door closed. But yet when the tornado takes the door, takes the dad, Joe and Mom are completely safe, untouched, just a few feet away. Dad, why didn't you just let go of the door and go back and huddle with your family?
I'll be honest, that scene really bothers me.
Yeah.
Because tornadoes don't suck you up like that. They blow around. They don't so I think it would have been better if they got in and he was just getting to the door, lagging behind, and it got him before he got in.
Right.
I would have rather seen that.
Like he would have had to go back to get the dog. He takes the dog, kind of tosses it down in the thing, and all of a sudden, woof, there he goes.
Or something hits him, like a debris of some kind, and then they're like shouting for him, and then they, just as he's waking up, it gets him. Something.
Like in The Martian. Just...
Yeah.
We keep going back to The Martian here.
I mean, I will say that it does tie in with the final scene with them being pulled up into it at the end. Mm-hmm. But it's like, that's not how tornadoes work.
Right. Yeah, this tornado is doing a lot of sucking.
That's
in this movie.
Yeah, that's
Which, speaking of, the original tagline they were thinking of going with. What was it, Dustin?
It sucks.
Yep, it sucks.
Which is a terrible tagline.
Yeah. Because if you go back and look at some of the critic stuff, Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 57% for critics and 58% for audience. So, it's almost a 50-50 split there.
Which I'm surprised the audience isn't higher.
I know.
Because I've never met a person who doesn't like it.
Right. That doesn't enjoy it.
Yeah. There's a lot of people I know, like myself, who are like, oh, the science and the logic of this movie don't make a whole lot of sense. But it's a fun adventure, and you talk about it with just about anyone, they always smile.
Right.
You're like, oh, I love that.
They've got funny lines, funny quotes. They like this, they'll love that.
Yeah.
I feel like movies that have those highly quotable scenes, it's usually stand the test of time, like Tombstone.
Yep, Tombstone especially. Yeah. Metacritic, so it gives it an average of 68, which is good. It's in the green.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Out of the 17 critic reviews listed here, 12 were positive, 4 mixed, 1 negative. Mick LaSalle from the San Francisco Chronicle, his line is, "It's hard to dislike a picture with flying cows and oil trucks." I guess that's pretty much true. Yeah.
That's... What else does one need to say about it?
Kenneth Turan from the Los Angeles Times, it has an 80 score next to it. "Perhaps the greatest compliment that can be paid to the rush of raw excitement Twister creates is that it makes it possible to ignore the painful awkwardness of the film's expository sequences and thudding dialogue of the 'okay, boss lady, hold your horses' variety.'"
And then my favorite from the Washington Post, Rita Kempley, "Twister not only blows, it sucks too." They gave it a 40.
Yeah.
Well, and that was one of the reasons they changed the tagline from "it sucks" was because they were afraid if people hated it. I mean, talk about the field day those critics would have if your tagline is, "Oh, see, even they know it sucks." I mean, it's too easy.
Yeah. So on the cover, it's Twister, the dark side of nature.
Yeah, that's what they eventually went with.
Yeah.
I can't remember where I saw it. I was watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos, but somebody on YouTube made a comment about that and said, "Well, it sounds like Pink Floyd ought to be doing the music for it with a tagline like that."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of does make sense. I mean, there's that big thing of Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz. So, I don't know.
Maybe we should sync up Twister with Dark Side of the Moon and see what happens. I'm crazy enough to do that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
The world might implode.
Yeah. Speaking of Wizard
I'm definitely
of Oz,
willing to do that now.
yeah,
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
there's a lot of references to Wizard of Oz in this film, specifically Dorothy and Toto and stuff like that. Seeing Judy Garland in a clip.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that until this last time I watched it.
Right. It's like, oh, that's Judy Garland.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they're not showing Wizard of Oz, but they're showing a different film that she was in.
Yeah, it was a later. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah,
I didn't
she's
look to
obviously
see what it
much
is.
older.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I missed that one.
Yeah, that
She's
was
wearing like a blue or purple dress, and they were doing her up for something. I think it was Aunt Meg was watching something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was on the TV that ends up kind of like dangling over her as the house is.
from that coax cable.
Yeah.
Which, we were talking about when we watched this.
It's legit.
Would that cable hold up that kind of TV? And I think it would.
I think the cable has the strength. I think that exactly where it came out of where the box is held, I think that's the weak point. I think the way they did it was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But initially, like you said, that's a heavy thing.
That's a very
Yeah.
heavy thing. And it's not like those just pop in like they screw on. Mm-hmm. So you got a little of that. It's just
Little grab.
pulling it out of the wall.
Right. Because it's not
That's
going
the
to.
thing.
Sometimes, if you put a coax on the little outlet on too tight, you know how you've got to have some tools to get that damn thing off.
Now, I will say there does exist the coax that does just pop on. Because I had one for my...
Like a quick release
Nintendo
kind of
64.
No, not even that. I think it was a Sega.
thing. Oh, yeah, I know what it is.
It just slips right over.
right,
Like
had
a
some
cover.
little grooves and it just.
It's like on the actual plug itself, it's flat.
Yep.
And it covers over the grooves.
Yeah, I did have a couple of those
think
cables
I
years
could
ago.
have sworn it was on my Sega.
I think it is. It just
'cause it was
slides
the
right over.
second version.
Yep.
Version 2.
Genesis 2.
Yeah. But they were not the norm.
No.
I will say that. That's the only one I've ever seen like it.
Yeah, the original Nintendo one was a screw on.
Mm-hmm.
Super Nintendo was a screw on.
Pretty sure the 64 was as well.
64 came with didn't come with that.
Yeah.
No, that was extra that you had to buy. I had to buy a few of those.
I didn't even know that existed. We had to get a RF modulator
That's, yep.
in order to
Yep.
To do it.
get ours to work.
Same.
Yeah.
So going back to the cast, again, we've got Helen Hunt as Dr. Joe Harding. Bill Paxton plays Bill Harding.
Which, by all accounts, neither of them get together.
Yeah.
Like, get along together at all.
No.
Which I guess kind of works for the screen
Yeah.
to the end.
Right.
And on one hand, it's almost like they, on one hand, would have kind of had to have bonded together because of the shooting situation and how dangerous it was and dealing with the director and all that. Mm-hmm. But then if you don't like each other, then it's, why bother?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're watching this film, you would not know that they apparently didn't really get along all that great.
I never would have thought.
No.
And
No.
a part of the reason that I even bring that up is because Universal, Florida specifically, had a Twister. It's kind of a show or an experience. And they had them record lines for it and everything. They didn't do it in the same scene, though. And it was one of those, all of you are pretty familiar with your Skype calls where you see people on YouTube trying to be all clever and looking at each other even though they're not there.
Right.
That's exactly what they were doing for these clips. They'd look at each other on screens that didn't belong together as if they were new or heard them talking.
And there is no enthusiasm.
No.
You can tell they're
it's
just getting paid.
deadpan.
Say the words.
Yep.
You don't have to act it. Just say the words.
Yep, just say the words and here's your check.
Uh-huh.
So this is a name that I always mispronounce, which seems to be a common thread through this show. Carrie Yules?
Always.
Ellis. Okay, we'll go with that.
Your
What'd
guess is as good as mine.
So I did not realize that was him. I mean, I know him most from Princess Bride, Robin Hood, Prince of Tights?
Men in Tights.
Men in Tights, okay.
Not the Prince of Tides.
Most
Which was, I
recently,
think, the
Stranger
Kevin Costner.
Things. That I can think of.
He was in Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
I
As
missed
the
that.
mayor in the third one?
Okay.
Is that correct?
In the third
I don't know.
season?
You can fact check me.
Okay.
At me.
Well, one
I don't
of
care.
them. He was also in
Yeah.
the first Saw movie.
Yep.
So he plays Dr. Jonas Miller, kind of the, I guess we'll say the villain.
The rival.
Yeah, the rival. Whose role, unfortunately, I guess, was cut down quite a bit during editing, because I kind of thought he had a decent little role. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of the antagonist that,
He's kind of two-dimensional.
yeah,
Which
Yeah.
is kind of all you need
sponsors,
for it.
money,
sponsor big money.
Yeah.
shiny equipment, which back in the day, I will say, it felt like they had shiny equipment, even
It
though
looked more streamlined.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just
you
with
know,
the vehicles alone.
everything looked the same color. They had the high dollar stuff. They have 6 or 7 Dodge Caravans. They got the big RV in the back, or they got command center.
Even their version of Dorothy looked nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Other than the fact that they were using cubes for their sensors.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think that whoever was in production for that, they were just like, let's make it different. Let's make it a cube.
Yeah.
We got to make it similar,
But
different.
Right. Let's see. Then we've got Jamie Gertz as Dr. Melissa Reeves, who's a reproductive therapist and spends a lot of time on the phone.
I got to admit, that is one of the things that as I got older
Mm-hmm.
and after I took like screenwriting classes and watched more films and things, that's something I picked up on that I never noticed before. Was I love how they introduce her character as they don't say that right away.
She's a doctor.
All right.
She's a doctor.
She's a therapist.
She's a therapist. She's a reproductive therapist.
Yeah.
Like every time that she's in a scene talked about, you get a little bit more, and
Right.
it gets a little funnier each time.
Also, I will say, being older, I hate her role way less than I did as a kid. As a kid, I thought she was just a filler character.
Oh yeah,
And now I look at it and I'm like, oh, they were trying here. This isn't actually that bad. She doesn't do a bad job,
Right.
actually.
the only thing that bothers me about her is the one scene where she's talking to Joe in the diner, and she just blurts out, "You're still in love with him."
Right.
I
and then
don't
she's-
blame you.
And then she's just like staring at him.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, this is such a cringy,
Yeah.
awkward scene.
Well, Justin, are you saying that it wasn't written by a woman?
you know, that's a thing. I don't know. It could have been. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Or it
But
could
if-
have been different and it just got edited down to where that's all we got. I don't know.
Fair. And to be honest, I don't know the answer to that. But I'm just thinking out loud
Chances
here.
are
Yeah, chances
It
are.
wasn't. I agree. But
So,
it just,
so with that line delivery by her, do you think the waitress's reaction was because of the line or because of what they were trying to do at that moment? Because you look at the waitress, she's like, oh shit.
see, I got the vibe that she was just like, oh God, I don't want to be in the middle of this.
Right.
Yeah,
I
that's-
know.
I
But
would be
it's-
rather anywhere else right now.
But just going back to Brad's point, it's like, oh, maybe she was like, this line's so fucking stupid, guy.
Well, I guess it only took her one take.
Right.
And that's what saves that scene for me is the waitress's reaction,
Yeah.
because it's just like,
Like, oh,
I'm
boy.
like you. I don't want to be here either.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and to be fair, most romantic schlock in the 90s is just not great.
Right. I mean, we'll be completely honest. Half this movie is a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Ish.
I mean, it pretty much. Well, and that was the intention, though, was for it to be, because apparently after production they got sued because, and I forgot what the guy's name was, but the guy said that they ripped off his idea for something, and Michael Crichton came back and said that him and his wife got the idea from watching a documentary about tornadoes and storm chasers, and then I forgot what the movie was, but it was a really old, I think it was a Cary Grant movie, where it's a detective, I think he was a detective and a reporter, and they were like exes, but they had to work together. It was like a movie from like the 40s. And they just took those ideas and mashed them together. And I thought, oh, I can totally see that in this.
The Abyss.
Oh, God. yeah, not far off. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
So I guess
Also Michael Crichton?
Or
was... It doesn't matter. It's fine.
No, it was James Cameron.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close enough.
But it seems like it could be Michael Crichton.
Yeah.
And then we've got the scene-stealing Philip Seymour Hoffman as Dustin Davis.
I mean, you just say that name and you already know you're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
For a long... I mean, he was my favorite actor for years. And then whenever he died, I thought, well, I guess I'm going to have to find somebody else.
Yeah.
But, everything he does is just so good. And in every scene he's in this is great.
Yeah.
When we jokingly mentioned, was that actually him acting or was he on something?
Right.
I don't know if it matters.
I don't know. Because it would have fit his character. So.
Yeah.
He was also in Boogie Nights, wasn't he? Wasn't he like the cameraman for Burt Reynolds?
Who had a crush on Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
In the movie. Well, his character.
Dirk Diggler or whatever his name
is. I love Boogie Nights.
It's a good film.
Such a great movie.
I'm sure I haven't seen it.
Oh, you would remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, great film.
Put that on the list.
I have it.
I know.
So then again, as you're watching this, multiple viewings and stuff, maybe when you first started watching it, you're like, oh, Allan Ruck playing Robert Rabbit Nurek. Like, oh, Cameron, Ferris Bueller.
Which, whenever I was growing up, I don't think I watched Ferris Bueller until college.
Okay.
So I only knew him from being, I got to get my nerd privilege out of the way here, and he was the Captain Harriman for the Enterprise B in Star Trek Generations.
Wow.
2 years
Way to
before
go,
this
Cam.
came out. Yeah.
Well, we got our Star Trek reference.
We got our Star Trek reference out of the way.
Yeah.
Mike Stokasta would be proud.
We've got Sean Whalen playing Alan Sanders.
Who's one of those, you know him when you see him, but you don't know his name.
Right.
Most known for being in that Aaron Burr commercial from the 90s, the milk commercial, where he was eating the peanut butter sandwich and got the call in for the radio show, and who shot Alexander Hamilton? And Aaron Burr. I'm sorry, sir, we can't. Aaron Burr. No, we're just gonna have to move on. Aaron Burr.
Yeah, he's just got that look that, like, you don't know his name, but you know his face. You know you've seen him in so much.
Yeah, he's in so many, like, small, like, he's not like a main guy. He's definitely like a bit actor, but very recognizable.
Yeah. So then we've got Todd Field as Tim Belzer Lewis.
Who's like, he's kind of like the sarcastic one in this.
Yeah. It's like he looks like a military guy just because of his haircut. You got the little flat top going on.
And the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know him most from being in Eyes Wide Shut.
Yep.
But, I mean, he's another one that's in a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah. I mean, he's... when they're going down after the first tornado or whatever, they're chasing the... It's like him and the gal that's with him, I guess they're quoting... Oklahoma.
Yeah, they're singing Oklahoma. Yeah. Well, it's like everyone's listening to their own music. So you got Dusty listening to Deep Purple. You've got Preacher listening to classical. And then you got them listening to Oklahoma.
Yeah. Was it Ride of the Valkyries that he's listening to?
I did notice that today, that like, oh wow, they all have their own like get up and go fight song. That's great.
That is a small touch that I really like, because I've watched a lot of videos of like storm chasers and people who get caught in storms but are thrilled. Like when that adrenaline starts flowing, you get really amped and really excited, and every single one of them is really giddy. Like we're gonna do it. We're chasing storm. There it is, and they all crank up their own music styles. And
yeah, you've got Dusty back there with the barn burner little short bus.
Yeah.
With the big old megaphones and stuff.
I mean, it might as well be the Mystery Machine.
Right.
He's got like that little straw thing hanging so he can drink without having to pick anything up.
Yeah. He's playing some Deep Purple. That's just a great scene right through there. We've got Jeremy Davies
Who's
playing
another one of
Lawrence.
those little, we probably know him most for being in the remake of Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
But I was watching, he's also in Saving Private Ryan and the Solaris
wow.
remake. But I was just watching The Flash, the CW show, and he shows up for a little bit in that too. And he looks a lot older than he did back in the 90s.
Right, because
he's
he looks so young, other than the fact that he's got facial hair in that movie.
I mean, now he's definitely aged.
Yeah, microwave.
Ding, fries are done.
Right.
The microwave is working now.
Yeah.
In case you were wondering.
But I would say, like, Jeremy's probably got one of the smallest roles out of the crew.
I always just kind of assumed he was like the newbie. Because
Seemed
he doesn't really know what he's doing.
Right. You know, Joe's trying to teach him about the camera aspect, and
he's got crap in the camera. And
right.
like grass and dirt. And
and then
he hides in the truck.
Yeah, he hides in the truck whenever the tornado's coming, and then she finally kind of pulls him out. But that, at the beginning, whenever they're kind of discussing the camera, and I forgot what it was that he said, but Joe's like, well, unless you want to draw it by hand.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you want to sketch it by hand or something like that, which I'm like, Joe's got a lot of little smart-ass comments. I really do like her character.
Mm-hmm. And, I'll be honest, this is something you're never going to hear me say.
Oh, shit.
But with this, I kind of would love to see a prequel. I want to see what they're like whenever Bill is with them
before he goes weatherman.
Yeah. Or in between, after he leaves, but before he shows back up, where she's the sole leader. Like, either way, I kind of want to see what that'd be like.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have really been, I guess in this day and age, they could still kind of pull that off, even though... I'm shocked. Computer magic? Yeah, you can do that stuff.
Yeah, I'm totally shocked.
But
nobody's done this.
You can't do it without Philip, though. Dusty, that'd be tough to do unless you somehow...
That's true.
Unless you somehow wrote it where
you
reference him somehow, but...
Well, because they mentioned that he's been with them since the beginning.
Yeah, so that'd really be tough.
That'd be tough.
Integral character.
I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah, I didn't think about that till now.
You'd have to do a whole recasting and just try to fill people in.
Nope.
Oh, and I totally figure what they would do is they would have to recast the entire cast, but have them look like them anyways.
So we talk about
kind
of like the new Scoob movie where they start out with their little kids and they meet when they're trick-or-treating and...
Yeah. Even Star Wars did it where you have
That's true.
Ewan McGregor playing Alec Guinness's character.
Yeah.
You could...
Yeah,
find somebody who's younger looking.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like that Obi-Wan.
He does.
I know
good.
that prequels suck, but I like Ian McGregor.
People apparently like it enough that they're on board with him doing an Obi-Wan.
Oh man, I'm so on board with
series.
that. I don't care.
So
I don't care. Let's do it.
Yeah. Then we've got Wendell Josepher. I believe that would be how you would pronounce her first name. Playing Haynes, and so she's kind of like the only other female in the group.
Yeah, she doesn't get a whole lot of attention in it.
No. Sure.
There's honestly, with that many characters, it's kind of hard to really delve into each of them, but each one is none of them blend together.
Right.
They all stand out really well.
Yeah, you got Zach Grenier, who plays Eddie, so he's kind of like Jonas's driver, essentially.
And we've mentioned him recently. I can't remember what episode it was.
Yeah, I know he's in a lot of different things. He's in Fight Club. He was in Deadwood.
I remember him from Zodiac.
He was in Ray Donovan.
Yep.
He's another one of those dudes who's been in a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, he's had a nice little career. He was also in Free the Nipple. playing the role of Jim Black.
Wasn't ready for that.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Didn't see that one coming.
I'm curious.
Yep. Free the nipple, folks. Free the nipple.
Positive I've watched worse.
Thought this was a family show.
Oh, the ratings MA.
In the words of Back to the Future 3, you thought wrong, dude.
Yep. Yeah, so, I mean, the movie opens, as we mentioned, you know, Joe's kind of experiencing the first tornado. Her dad's dead.
Got that tragic backstory.
Yeah, so the only person in the group that's ever seen an F5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I thought was a little strange because F5s, not that they happen all the time, but they're not like nobody sees them.
They're not 30 years apart.
And then I found out that whenever they changed the scale,
Yeah.
the original F5 was very rare. And whenever they went to the enhanced scale in, I think, 2007, they lowered the criteria for it. And so you'll see a lot more of them now.
Huh.
Yeah, but
Because I think the only recorded F6 on record was in 1999, something like that. Which, I mean, right, the National Weather Service or whatever said, no, it was a F5, but...
And it's really hard to determine. Usually it takes months to figure out what it actually is because it's more based on damage than it is wind.
Right.
Even though wind is a factor, but they're kind of guessing what the wind is because it's kind of hard to get in it.
Yeah, isn't it more like how far it throws certain materials?
What's damaged, how far it throws it.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can have... But then it also depends. It's pretty subjective, even now. I mean, before it was even more so, but still it is now, because you could have like an F1 where it's like, oh, mobile home is turned over and damaged, and then the next one is, oh, it's completely destroyed.
Right.
Well,
Like a
where's the
bomb went
line
off.
between what's damaged and destroyed? Because what one person sees as damaged, another one can see as destroyed.
Yeah, I would say if I lived in a mobile home and I came home and it was laying on its side, well, it's pretty much destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's gone.
Well, and it's like in some cases, like it's still there, just the roof caved in
Also, side note, why are you living in a mobile home in Oklahoma?
because that's all you can afford because you're poor.
A hobbit house would be better in Oklahoma. I'm just saying.
Flat land. Come on, man. How are you going to do a hobbit house on
I
flat land?
dig.
You elitist.
I'll live in a storm cellar. I mean, come on now. This is Tornado Alley, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know we've had some pretty wicked tornadoes in the St. Louis area, especially in Missouri, Joplin being the most recent big
And that
one.
was a monster.
And there was one, couldn't tell you how powerful it was. It was between Waterloo and Red Bud, Illinois, southern Illinois kind of area that I do remember as a kid. And it did a decent amount of damage, but it wasn't like, there was nothing around to really break except trees.
Yeah. Now, I still remember it was New Year's Day, I believe, in Kirkwood, Sunset Hills.
Yeah.
It was on New Year's Day
New
of
Year's
all.
Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
Because I remember I had a girlfriend that was coming over for New Year's Eve, and we were going to the store.
Yeah.
And while we were at the store, it hit. And we were at Hampton Village, and we were heading back down Chippewa to Watson and going back towards that area, and it was just closed. And we're like, what happened? And as we were getting towards Crestwood, we saw the poles bent over, and we thought, well, that's something you don't see every day.
No.
And then,
Especially that time of year.
yeah, and that was, I think, afternoon
Yeah.
sometime.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the day.
And that was right down the road from where let's see, that was 2010, I want to say.
Yeah, it was 10 or 11.
Sarah was still working at Best Buy.
Because it was right before I transferred because I was working in Arnold. It was right before I started working in Sunset Hills. And that was like with blocks from where that office was. And that little area there right off Lindbergh, I mean, you can still see the pads where the houses were, but they never rebuilt.
Yeah.
And I remember driving by there, and
I believe that's the same year that we got the hail, that the little hailstones fused together, and they looked like this little spiny ball.
Oh, yeah. Looked like a Pokemon or something like that.
I mean, in Gears of War 2, it's mentioned that there is such thing as razor hail, and I laughed it off. And then I see it in real life, and I'm like, what is this?
Oh, how did you know?
So is it art imitating life or life imitating art?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect response. Yeah, so after we go through the whole, Joe's short little backstory or whatever, it kind of moves on to modern day, and Joe and the crew are out prepping to go do whatever, and then you've got Bill and Melissa riding up in Bill's relatively new truck.
Back when Dodge Rams were all over the 90s.
Yeah, they had just made the transition over to that body style, and they were like, it was truck of the year, it was the hottest thing going, and
they were everywhere.
Yep. Yes, they
St.
were.
Louis Rams official truck.
Yep.
And then soon after, the Durango came out and looked almost exactly like him.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they even transitioned the Dodge Dakota to looking like that. Went from a more square body to a more rounded kind of...
Bubbly.
Yeah, the kind of little semi-diesel truck kind of look to it. So they're rolling up because, well, Bill needs Joe to finish signing the divorce papers.
The MacGuffin.
Yep. So there's really like no... And I think that's another thing that I always question. It's like, well, really, what is the backstory of what separated them? Was it because Bill wanted to go off and be weatherman or whatever and just wanted to stop doing? Wanted to, I mean, as Meg says, he always, went to the beat of his own drum. He let you down.
I kind of wondered that too, because growing up, I just assumed because he was just an ass.
Right.
Because, like, his temper.
Yeah. Well, and just like every dude in 90s films that we don't realize, but most of them kind of assholes.
Yeah, like, he wasn't a good guy for most of the movie.
No.
Right.
So, I mean, if it was just a torrid relationship, I mean, I could totally... But now that you mention it, I mean, yeah, it could be like he had different ambitions.
Yeah.
But he clearly loves doing it still. So I don't know.
Right. So, they have their little discussion. You see what their relationship is. It's very short and kind of snarky. And she's, is it Marissa or Melinda? It's Melissa. Just trying to go, just kind of giving him shit for, wasn't there a Melinda in there somewhere? No, there was just her since you... Oh, sure don't take your time moving on, do you? So
she even made a comment about like, oh, didn't shop around, huh?
Right.
Well,
don't shop around much, do you?
And then remember they mentioned that in front of Dusty, and he's just like, oh, you're getting hitched, man? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, he is...
Right, he's just like, far out, dude.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
Happy good news. Cool, man.
Right.
He is like a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
He's like a puppy.
Yeah.
He's just happy at everything.
He's just like smiling, just nodding his head. Like, yeah, it's great.
It's great, man.
It's great.
Did you guys see that explosion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Joe, how was it in there? It was windy.
Windy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that is a great...
He's Michelangelo. Pizza party, dudes.
But he's fiercely loyal.
Yeah. Definitely.
To
was
food.
Windy.
Yeah.
Fiercely loyal to food.
Right.
Well, and to the group, because it's, whenever, oh, here's the auto club.
Yeah.
Losers!
Loser! Move ahead.
Hey, Eddie. Give me a kiss. Fashionably late again, Jonas. Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite lines. Loser! Move on! Did you see that? She almost hit that truck. She almost hit the truck.
Bill, she just missed the truck. He's more concerned about how awesome it is than how somebody's reacting to it.
Right.
Kind of sounds like me sometimes.
Right.
There are moments. I think we've all been there a few times.
So anyway, Joe and Bill get sidetracked. She doesn't sign the divorce. She leaves out one little spot where she doesn't sign. How convenient, because this is we're only 15 minutes into the movie at this point. But so they take off after a tornado. Everybody's got to rush, and Dorothy 1, Dorothy 2, Dorothy 3, and 4, whatever, all locked up, secured, and they're blasting out of there to go chase this one. And they're, they got this. You sure you don't want to go, Bill? And so he's like, no, they got this. Did you sign the papers? Damn it. If we hurry, we can still catch him. So next thing you know, he's involved. And that's when we meet Jonas and the fancy, I guess we'll just call them the $1 Million Club tornado chasers.
They're night crawlers.
That's true.
Which has a new meaning now in my vocabulary as a adult after that movie.
Let's hear it.
I mean, I don't remember what exactly they do. I know they filmed things like for news crews, and then they buy them.
Oh, the movie Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
With, I can picture
Jake
him.
Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Which Bill Paxton was in that movie, supposedly. Which I don't remember him in it. Yeah.
I never actually saw it.
It's great. Oh my goodness.
It's actually
good.
pretty good.
Oh, it's on my to-watch list. Eventually I'll get there.
It's right up your alley.
In fact, I have a feeling by the time this probably goes live, I probably will have seen it.
Yeah, he was. He played Joe Loader. That was a 2014 film. I don't remember him being in there, but I guess I need to watch it again.
All roads lead back to Aliens.
Right. Which,
Just about, yeah.
you think about it, this is the third episode we've done that focuses on Bill Paxton. Or at least where he has a role in it. Aliens, Tombstone, and now this. And I'm sure there'll probably be more.
I'm sure there will.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we ever do Weird Science. Or he plays the brother.
Oh, that's one I haven't seen for quite a while.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So then they're chasing the first tornado and all that stuff, and it gets in there where Bill ends up being gets run off the road. So, because Jonas and them kind of like run him off the road and his nice new truck and stuff like that, and then that kind of gets up with that.
So you probably will know this more than I will, but that scene kind of always bothered me in that the only thing that seems to be wrong with the truck is they bust a tire and have to replace the tire, but they're running over pipes and things.
Yeah, you look at
Wouldn't that tear up stuff underneath?
You would think
It's
so.
very possible.
Right.
I mean, because it looks like it hit something real hard. And,
Well, that's the power of the Dodge Ram now.
that's fair.
It's good enough for chasing tornadoes.
That's
That's
fair.
right.
I mean, they don't show it driving on those mountains for nothing in them commercials.
That's right. All right, so, has to get the tire patched or fixed or whatever. So he apparently got this spare done. He's like, yeah. You got full coverage on that, don't you? Liability only. It's like, how do you have a new truck like that and only have liability only insurance?
One of my issues with the movie.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
another
that's-
one of those. It's like, what the hell?
That's another one of those things that it's like a nice in-movie joke, but in reality doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, most loans won't let you get a vehicle unless you have full coverage because you don't own the vehicle.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if you're getting liability like that, like normally I would think like used, older, not like a brand new.
You pretty much
Cash
paid.
only.
You paid
Yeah.
for it outright.
Yeah.
There's no payment.
Maybe he did. Maybe it was a sign-on bonus.
Could have been being a weatherman,
Yeah.
big time weather guy.
Maybe we're on to
Never.
something.
Yeah, never thought about that just till now.
I mean, Jonas does like his weather reports.
You slime.
Yeah, he goes up and just knocks his hat off his head as he goes to attack him as he's getting interviewed and showing off his version of Dorothy. Dot.
I mean that's such like an 80s cartoon, like you slime and
Yeah.
knocking his cap
Oh,
off.
it's so cringeworthy.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that rated? Is that PG-13?
Oh, I'm positive.
Let's see. Where is it at? Yep, 13.
You could have called him a little shit. Come on.
You could have called him so many things.
Yes.
I mean, they use other phrases in there.
Yeah.
Be a man. Be an adult.
Yeah.
Although he's being interviewed, I guess, on TV, so maybe he didn't want to curse on that interview.
You're right. Didn't want to be seen on TV
Maybe
cursing.
that's it.
They could have cut the cameras.
On the other hand, if you're going to interrupt an interview and knock someone's hat off and grip them by the shirt and yell at them, go all out and just
Somebody get this loser
curse
off
them,
me.
something. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was a good little interaction.
That's another part of that movie. Just it makes me cringe just a little bit at that scene.
Yeah. Like, I get why
I
it's
look
there.
past it because the rest of it's fine.
It's one of those things that, again, like, if you know the structure of how movies work, it's there for a reason. But that being said, the nice clean finish of the movie is like being pulled back, and you can see the workings of why this has to be in the movie right here, and it just jumps out, and it bothers me. I get it, but it bothers me.
I know. It's like, I mean, I understand why Bill Paxton wanted to do a more aggressive film.
It's a very tame film. I mean, I agree with what Paxton says. It's very tame and restrained.
But because it's tame and restrained,
That's why it made $1 bajillion.
exactly.
Oh, I know.
Which is what Steven Spielberg told Bill Paxton when he saw him years after, because they never met while all this was being filmed, because again, it's produced by Spielberg and Kathleen Kennedy, and the normal crew, which again we've
The
talked
people who
about.
are never on set.
Right. And he said, yeah, I want to thank you for making me all that money.
Yeah.
It's one of the first things that they ever said to each other. So I'm like, yeah, cool. So
I
it
mean,
worked.
They're honest. They know.
Yeah. You made me an awful lot of money. Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, because I mean, I read that Spielberg himself admits that people aren't going to this movie for the story; they're going to it for the special effects, and he fully understands that this isn't a movie for any kind of depth. It's a movie for just
It's the fun factor.
thrills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that fun factor that you get to going to a good popcorn flick, which they happen here and there. Jurassic Park, I would argue, is one of the better ones.
I would argue very strongly it's a better one than this.
Sure.
Right. As
But
the
in
overall
general.
piece of work.
But in general, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Twister was nominated for, I believe, 2 Oscars, one for sound effects and special effects.
Which are 2 categories that definitely,
Yeah.
I would definitely say, are well warranted.
At the time, absolutely.
I mean, the sounds of this movie are just
Phenomenal.
great.
Yeah, it's definitely something that if you can, I would love to watch this on an IMAX, DLX kind of scenario where you have
Some kind of Dolby, what do they call it? Dolby, not Dolby,
Atmos.
yes, Atmos.
where you have the most quality sound and visuals possible. Because
Now, let's not forget this, because nobody can see this, but I have an old VHS of it. Let's not forget,
looks
it is the
fantastic.
THS.
I see.
It's the THX.
And I'm positive if we popped it on, we'd have that wonderful THX sound at the beginning.
Oh yeah, which is such great. It's a great little clip.
Oh, yeah.
Just about as good as the opening of watching a movie on the HBO channel, like way back in the day in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're
Just
talking
about
about.
that good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that. Oh, are you talking about the one with the models or the one before that where it's the crazy, the brass instruments, the real.
Probably more the one with the models,
I
and
mean,
then it
they're both
zooms into
excellent.
space, and then it has the da 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 da.
Because that's the song, which is an epic song.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, there's 2 versions of it there's the model one, which that's my favorite.
I love that one.
But then there's the one before that where it's just not quite as nice as that. But then there's the one after it where it's the logo and it has like little pinpricks on the side, and then it kind of grows with the little circles, and then you see it and then it swells.
That's a problem that I have with brands today. They're not as exciting as they used to be.
No.
Right.
You have THX, you have HBO, you
They all
watch
had
their
their
little 1-2 minute spiel.
They had
and
their own sounds.
Their own sound. You'd get excited. And now it's like, oh, great, it's another Downey commercial.
Oh, HBO now, all they have
Skip.
is the static thing. Which they've had for years.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they've had that for
Back with
20 years.
Easily. I mean, Sopranos, yeah.
6 Feet Under, all
Yeah.
those great
Because I remember
originals.
late 90s, my dad
Even
had HBO.
Taxi Cab
and
Confessions and
Yeah.
all that other stuff that they would show.
Oz.
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember
Game of
watching Oz
Thrones.
and Deadwood way too young, and they still had it then, and I'm thinking, oh, this isn't as good as the fun, great, cool
know.
song they used to have.
Ah, nostalgia.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we're here.
That is why we are here. And speaking of the format we have, obviously we're looking at VHS. Twister was the first film released on home DVD, and the last film released on HD DVD.
That blew my mind.
Right.
Whoa.
And I've got a copy of DVD. That's what we have it on, as DVD at home.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's
There-
quite a claim to fame.
I remember buying that for my wife for whatever reason at Walmart. So the DVD.
You don't have to rewind it.
Nope.
Yeah, the only copy I've ever owned is this VHS, and I never owned it on anything after. But the reason for that is it's on TV all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't really edit out a whole lot of it.
No.
Yeah, you can pretty much always find it.
You know,
Yeah.
speaking of DVD, I remember the first time my grandma got one, and after a movie was done, she would rewind it, and I was like, "Grandma, you know you don't have to rewind them anymore." What do you mean?
Oh, she would rewind
Oh yeah,
the DVD.
she would go full blast rewind, and I'm like, "Grandma, you don't have to do that anymore."
Oh, Grandma.
Oh,
You silly old gal.
it was one of those
Yeah.
points in my life when I was like, "Oh my god, I know more than Grandma.
Right.
What's happening?"
The apprentice is now the master.
Oh no.
I do remember whenever DVDs first came out, there were being articles and things like, well, but how do you rewind it? If it's digital and it's not taped, then how are you going to rewind it?
Oh man, if that would.
You don't have to. It doesn't. You just start it over.
If that would have happened today, in today's internet, somebody would have invented, in quotations, very big quotations, a DVD rewinder. They would have sold out immediately, and I would have walked away with a ton of money.
Yep.
One of those snake oil salesmen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, did you guys ever own one of those VHS rewinders?
Oh,
just a standalone?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Take it out. You're like, I don't want to use it in my main. I don't want to wear out the gears of my
Right. No.
VHS
absolutely
player.
not.
Stick it in that thing that you bought for $10 and let it do its thing.
Hopefully it doesn't ruin the $20 or $30 VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got it at Blockbuster, it's probably more than that.
Luckily it's rented.
Yep.
If I was going to say, if I dig deep enough in this house, I bet I could find one.
Yep.
But now that I think about it, I don't know if I brought it up with me or not.
I mean, it was a treat. If
But
I
we
ever
had
went
one.
to a Blockbuster, we usually went to a Mr. Video or a Family Video.
Right.
Oh, we went to, who was it? First it was National in Festus, and then it became Schnucks.
Right.
And they had a video
A really
department
big
in there.
video department.
And then whenever Blockbuster opened, we switched over to there because it's like, oh my God, look at the selection.
Yeah, look at all these
Wow, that's the
films.
second time I've heard the name National in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Was that with you?
I wouldn't be a surprise.
Because if
don't
not,
think so.
if not, that's kind of scary.
I briefly worked at National Supermarket. I've
Okay.
probably told the story before. Why I left there.
Why did you leave there?
Well, it was in the fall. It was starting to get cold, and of course, being one of the newer people, you would be the one that has to go out and get carts. Fuck that. That and the fact that I did hurt the little kid's finger that was sitting on the bottom of the cart when I was bagging. I went to pull the cart behind me, and
I remember this now.
I'm like, it's not moving, so I pulled harder. So I know I heard this little kid start screaming. I'm like, oh fuck. I mean, I've cut my finger sitting down there on those carts before.
I remember sticking
bleeding.
my fingers in there, and then Grandma would roll forward, and I'd be like, ow, 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 ow.
Yep. I mean, I remember we were at Schnucks and Fenton, and my finger was cut wide open from me being stupid. I'm like, man, oh god, that hurt.
Man, those old carts where they got that giant underneath carriage where kids used to sit.
Yeah.
What a day.
Mm-hmm. You don't usually see kids sitting there no more.
Well, no, because you could only fit about 3 12-case sodas.
Yeah, you almost have to lay down now.
Yeah.
So if you're
You
small
could
enough.
totally sit straight up as a kid,
Yep.
almost like little...
Kind of hunched over just a smidge, but
Not politically correct, but Indian style. I don't know what else to
Native
call it.
American style.
Cross-legged.
Crisscross applesauce.
No. Bad Kevin.
I almost approve.
See, this is why we've missed recording in person.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Now that we're coming back from the weeds and we're in the ditch with the tornado.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so Bill has the great idea of driving Joe's truck down into the ditch.
Almost like a storm ditch or overflow or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Which that is another thing that really bothers me. Because it's parallel to the road. Why didn't you just stay on the road?
Right.
You can, have more maneuverability because you're not stuck in the ditch.
Right. I mean, she kind of would keep getting on his ass about him being, hesitant.
Yeah.
Have you lost your nerve? It's like, fine. So he just punches it and takes off into the ditch.
He reaches over, he buckles her in.
Right.
Fasten your safety belt.
Yeah.
Pulls are tight.
And off into the ditch they go, and then pretty much just stuck in there. And
Which is not the best idea to that bridge.
nope.
I mean, you're better just to lay flat.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another thing that kind of bothers me is later in the movie, whenever they're getting Dorothy ready, she's just like, flip, 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 it's ready to go.
Right.
Prior to that, Bill's out there taking forever.
Dealing with these straps and flipping all these switches
and then
pushing
whenever
these buttons.
Yeah, and it's I get that part because he's trying to loosen the straps so they can get it out of the truck. Okay, I get that. But in this scene, the truck is wrecked. The tornado's right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you're going to be able to get it out. And they know that there's no time. We got to take shelter. Well, if it's just as simple as just turn it on, flip, 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 just turn it on, flip, 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 you're going to lose the truck anyways.
Well, we're only 30 minutes into the movie.
But we're only 30 minutes into the movie.
Movie over.
That's the reason.
That's the reason.
And that bothers me.
I briefly thought that today.
Things like that bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't really realize that Dorothy's too light
Right. For a
until
long
later.
time.
Right.
Which,
Much later.
they're smart people. They created this thing.
Mm-hmm.
They should have known that because if they can easily lift it out of the truck, what is 200 miles per hour wind going to do to
Right,
it?
that's slinging combines and tractors and all these
Yeah.
other things around.
I mean,
Cows.
Also, I don't get the whole it's too light aspect.
Right, because you wanted to get sucked up in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
Well,
like
If you can suck up a person, you can suck up a little
well,
machine
they don't want the
thing.
machine to go.
That's true. They just want
They
the
want
sensors to get sucked up
sensors
out of
to
them.
go up.
Take the whole thing.
But here's the problem. Even with a truck, wouldn't it still be too light? Because if it's going to take up the truck.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
wouldn't it be better just to anchor to the ground where it can't be?
Are you saying that they should put multiple of these things maybe around the countryside and during tornado season and hope it hits one of them?
Hope a tornado
No.
just hits
What
one.
I'm saying is they should get it out, put it on the ground, have 10 spikes, go whack, whack, whack on each corner,
What was that?
and whack, whack, whack.
Okay.
And then it's anchored down to the ground.
It's kind of like those armored storm chaser vehicles with those little things that
Yeah, they go
look like
down.
spider legs.
Yep, do
curve
that.
right in to anchor themselves in so it don't get spun around.
Yep. And the wind doesn't get underneath it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, drop the little shields down.
Mm-hmm. We're looking at you, Reed Timmer.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it would have made the movie as exciting.
No, it would definitely not have. Yeah, that's the thing, is if you make a movie about anything that's science-y in any way, you can't make it science-y because it's not interesting or fun.
Disagree, Interstellar.
You have to...
Up to
Let's
a
put it,
point.
It's a very fine line.
Up to a point.
Up to a point.
And then we're off the rails.
Because, like Jurassic Park, for instance, there's a lot of science in that book that somebody who's not used to the book is going to find it very boring.
Right, because it's like, ooh, man, they're really talking over my head.
Oh, there's a lot of genetics talk. And I mean, the T-Rex
Diagrams.
attack. Oh, yeah. I mean, the T-Rex attack doesn't happen until, I think, around 200 pages in. And by then, you pretty well know how genetics works.
And why Mr. T-Rex is there and is hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or Ms. T-Rex.
Yes.
Which would probably be more accurate for that one.
Yeah. Mr. DNA, where'd you come from?
Oh, goodness.
Not that we've done a Jurassic Park episode, plug, but we have.
Look
Plug,
back
plug.
in the archives. Because it's there. Yeah, so this tornado picks up Joe's truck. She questions, "Where's my truck?" "Hey, here comes Melissa. There's your truck." "There it is."
Oh, there it is.
You hear a tire squealing, you hear screaming, you hear swerving. She makes it out. She's completely just
Traumatized.
yes.
Shaken up. She won she was, I don't know if she won the Razzie, but she was nominated for a Razzie for her performance, being Jamie Gertz.
You know, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see it both ways.
Yeah.
Because on one hand, I think she does a pretty good job
She
in it.
played her role very well as
On the other hand-
city girl that...
They
Yeah.
didn't really write her very in-depth either, to
Oh,
be
no.
fair.
No.
She was very two-dimensional, like, you drew her on a piece of paper, this is her character, that's all she does. That's all she's here for.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's there to drive elements of the plot, which means basically it's to get the main protagonist to transfer the MacGuffin to the other character, and then once that job is fulfilled, she's no longer necessary, so then she leaves the movie. Mm-hmm. It happens.
So would we say, I mean, I was watching this again last night, and I'm looking at her character, I'm thinking, and it's reminding me of many other doctors and highly intelligent people that are so book smart. But you get them outside of that classroom, and my goodness, how in the hell can you find the door?
Yeah. Unless Indiana Jones.
Okay.
But that's one of the only exceptions.
Yeah.
Or anybody in the space program.
Yeah. True. I mean, you just look at her character, and she's so airheadish. Just the way that she's communicating to her clients via phone. Now, again, she's got a cell phone. This is 1996. I mean, cell phones were fairly prevalent, but you had to have money.
Well, and
Because minutes were not cheap.
in chasing tornadoes through Oklahoma, Texas, there's a lot of wide open. I'm surprised she has signal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because they're all in rural areas,
Yeah.
which is not going to have great cell service.
I mean, sometimes even now.
Yeah.
But mid 90s?
Yeah, the phone rings and they're like, "Who's that, E.T.?"
I know. I know. Just that time before the cow scene, the phone rings, and Joe just turns and gives her that look, like, "Oh,
I can't talk now. We've got cows.
Yes? Julia, I can't talk to you right now.
We're right under the flanking line. I realize that. You can't attack this thing from the south. We're gonna get rolled. Watch.
Julia, I know you're upset. You just gotta breathe. We both just gotta breathe.
Cow.
I gotta go, Julia. We got cows.
got no path.
This is not good. Get us out of here.
I'm trying, okay?
Courage!
She does have that kind of wide-eyed, starry-eyed, like, what have I gotten myself into? Almost childlike.
Right. Bill, when you said you used to chase storms, I thought it was just a metaphor.
Yeah. Yeah, and that really drives home the difference between people who get excited about storm chasing because, like, they almost die twice, and they're jumping out like, that was so exciting. And then here she is.
Like about to have a nervous breakdown.
Right. And it's like,
She almost, like, wrecks the truck, and she's like,
yeah, I mean, it really shows the two different sides of humanity.
Because at one point earlier, she's like, oh no, I want to go too. This is fun.
uh-huh.
I kind of like to tag along.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah.
We're having fun now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this comes to one of those first moments where, Bill's like, because they need a truck. Joe's is destroyed. And Bill's like, nuh-uh.
Well, and I like how
Next
she
thing you
doesn't...
know, next shot.
Well, she doesn't outright, like, ask or say... Like, she's just kind of hinting, like, oh, that's a very pretty truck.
Yeah.
What kind of insurance do you have on that?
Liability.
And he's just like, no.
Yeah.
No. And you could tell Melissa has no idea what's going on.
Yeah. And the next thing you know, the next scene, camper shell. I don't know what the hell I guess they
That's
just
what I
left it with
wondered.
the other truck. I don't know.
Sure, abandoned on the side of the highway. Why not?
I mean, on one hand, I'd assume that you'd, like, want to sell it to somebody. But
It's worth a couple $100.
Who are you going to find?
Couple
in the middle of nowhere?
$100. The camper shell alone is easily $1,000 if you go to the right place.
Right.
I mean, here we go. $1,000 in the ditch.
Right.
And
What?
if you can't afford to have full coverage on your brand new truck, you might want to get the money out of that shell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. It was one of those confusing. I'm like, so what they do with the camper shell? But see, that's where I tend to overanalyze things. I think about
Oh,
that.
I do
It's like,
too.
where did they put it? I don't know. It's not on the top of Dusty's van.
It looked too much like a future Durango, so they had to ditch it.
I guess so. It's like, we haven't come up with this product yet. It's still in the works. Mm-hmm. So they're all heading off and stuff. So, yeah. That's just good stuff. I like after the second one's the sisters, right? The water spouts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where they're like going down and, they see the cow. I can let you go. We've got cows, like you mentioned earlier. It's like, which is so funny. And like one of Melissa's earlier lines, she's talking, I guess, to the husband. She did not marry you for your penis.
And then a pause.
Right.
All right. She didn't only marry you for your penis.
Yeah. And that, I think, is where Bill lets Joe know, reproductive therapist.
And like you had mentioned, doctor, therapist, reproductive therapist.
Yeah, because they have that argument earlier with... they're having an argument and he mentions about her being a therapist and he's like, oh, yours? And that's what really starts.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not right away. It's like, oh, okay. Yours?
Yeah. You couldn't resist.
Right. God, just the banter between those two was just so great.
Oh, yeah. It's very natural.
It is.
Yeah.
Like they were really delivering their lines with passion.
Yeah, and that's why, like, for all of there are a lot of issues, but a lot of the dialogue in the movie is so good.
It is. It really is. A lot of the line delivery and just the tonnage was done very well.
Would you like to drive? No. Why? Then would you start?
Right, because he's about to run into the combine
into the
on
combine.
the side of the road.
But that's another, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Whenever the water spouts are going, there's the sound that the tornado is making. It's the only time you hear the tornado making that sound in that movie. It sounds like somebody going kind of real fast. But there's another movie that does that.
There's also like a high pitched like
there's like a screech.
screech.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
I don't
you
know,
do notice that from time
but
to
it's
time.
only on the water spouts.
Yeah, and that's another thing that bothers me about that scene is the wind is strong enough to blow cows back and forth. They're on a really muddy, slick road.
Right.
That truck would be blown off that road.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do like that, Joe's like, cow. Another cow. I think that was the same one.
I gotta go, Julia. We got cows.
And also to tie up the last scene, that Jeep truck, which, Jeep made trucks for, we'll
a
call
while.
it,
For a while.
30 years or
I
so.
would say they were pretty popular. I mean, nice looking little trucks.
That was a Honcho Townside J10. So that was that specific truck. I had originally thought, that's got to be like a Comanche or something, which didn't come until later. Actually, one of the last few trucks that they end up making. But yeah, that one was the 1982 Jeep pickup Honcho Townside J10.
Yeah.
One of those like kind of really cool movie trivia. What kind of car is that? Kind of like what's in Mad Max. It's like, what kind of car is that?
It's one of those trucks that like you see it and it's just like it's eye catching and I like that. Like it's rugged but it's kind of got that used old school kind of feel to it.
Right. Kind of a little boxy and stuff like that. I mean, obviously it was for the time when it was originally made. It's like an 80s. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen one of those in a long time in person.
It makes me think of like an old Toyota.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way. Just another Chrysler Corporation product placement at the time.
I wonder if there's any, I don't want to get too down the rabbit hole, but symbolism there because you've got the destroying the old truck and the hero truck of the movie is the brand new Dodge Ram.
Oh, gosh, it was...
I'm sure there's something with
Yeah, right. So I was actually working at Chrysler at this time, and... I remember that like, oh my God, this is so cool. Here we are. We got the new Ram and we're making the Caravans and all this stuff. I think they were still remodeled. No, they had finished the truck plant at that time. So they were actually making them in St. Louis. But I was still in the van plant at that time. I didn't move over there until 1999 or 98.
Kind of makes me wonder if I've ridden in a van that you've painted.
I would imagine you probably have or done some kind of work on. Yeah. But, that was really cool. That was a great time for Chrysler with the popularity of the Caravan, when also a motor trend.
Both my grandparents and my parents both had minivans forever. Yep. That's the only brand they would buy.
Yep. Ram selling like hotcakes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So think about these interactions that we've got between Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. Do we think the interactions would have been as good if Tom Hanks would have got the role of Bill?
No. I'm sure he could have pulled it off. It's Tom Hanks.
In a way, yeah.
But...
I'm very curious. He definitely would have been very different.
Tom Hanks is, I would argue, a very, suit pressed kind of guy, although he's got roles that are not so much like that. This, you have the little more of the realism of the normal person, and you're not distracted that it's Tom Hanks, and I think because of that it's a little more real and down to earth,
right? Because
it's just Bill Paxton.
Because Twister is after Philadelphia, it's after Forrest Gump.
So he's proven he can do
it's actually
dramatic
right
roles.
after Toy Story as well.
Yeah.
Toy Story is 95.
Yep.
This is 96, so...
And depending on...
Filming
because I think it's mentioned in here that it got briefly delayed.
Yeah, because the Oklahoma City bombing happened during filming.
In
In
April,
fact, some of the crew went up to help with that.
April 19th of 1995.
That's one of those things that I really wonder about, because even though he'd proven that he can do dramatic roles at this point, still wasn't like what most people would think of. Like, that was kind of like whenever Jim Carrey first started doing dramatic roles. And it's like, yeah, he can do Eternal Sunshine and he can do the Truman Show, and okay, that's fine. But those are just a couple you can't do this long term. Well, Tom Hanks could do it long term, and they didn't know that. So part of me wonders if... I mean, I know that he worked on it for a while, enough to figure out like his dress and have some ideas for the character, but it definitely wouldn't have been the same movie.
Yeah.
Because Bill Paxton definitely has more of an everyman kind of feel.
Yeah, he's just kind of, like you said.
And that's exactly where they are in the country. They're the everyman,
Out in the
Oklahoma, out in the Midwest, chasing tornadoes.
And his accent.
Even just the car selection alone for their crew, it's all over the place.
Right.
Because
it looks very blue collar from the area.
And I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Very much.
And I love the touch because he's got a little bit of a southern twinge to his accent in the movie. I mean, I'm sure that Tom Hanks probably wouldn't do that.
Right, he just did,
guessing.
Again, just did Forrest Gump, which was kind of a southern...
Yeah, which is a very southern Alabama.
Yep.
But I don't know that he would have put that in this.
Right.
But it's just, I don't know, something about Bill Paxton's kind of easygoing nature in this. I don't know. It's one I would kind of put up in the ranks of almost like a perfectly cast movie.
Yeah. And I think also Garth Brooks was up possibly for the role as Dusty.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, supposedly he turned it down.
Oh, thank God.
Goodness, yes.
That's another one that it's like, I'm curious what that would turn out to be like, but it wouldn't have been...
Is there a screen test?
Apparently,
that would be
no.
funny to see.
Apparently, he didn't get that far.
And the funny aspect of it is Laura Dern was up for the role of Joe.
I can see that.
That is the only one that I could possibly see different.
Yeah, that one I can see.
Which, obviously, Laura Dern did Jurassic Park, which Helen Hunt was also up for that role. So,
yeah,
interesting kind of, kind of going after each other's roles. And I do think the film got cast well. I like Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
I think she just does fantastic in this film.
She plays a perfect, strong female lead in a position where, I came from this country, hometown, whatever, and now I'm chasing tornadoes because
tragic
it affected...
backstory.
Tragic backstory. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
She's got a bit of an axe to grind. You know exactly... Well, I shouldn't say that. You don't fully know what her motivations are because there's times she wants to walk out into the tornado.
Right.
Is she wanting to do that because she wants to face it, or because she wants to die by it, or because she mentions, I want to see it.
This is my destiny.
And it's like, I get the drive to, I have to get this to work so that we can learn as much, so that we can save more lives.
Right.
Like, I get
More
that.
advance notice.
What do you mean you want to see it? You can see it like 5 miles away.
That's the part that bothers me. She wants to walk into it.
Right. It's like at the the first bridge scene with the truck and that tornado. I mean, she kind of lets go of the post and kind of creeps her way back out, and Bill's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And throws her back up against the post.
The only thing that kind of saves it for me is whenever they're at the drive-in and she's walking out towards it. You can see it coming, and everyone's running, and she's walking towards it, and then she like kind of...
He yells at her
we
again.
Need to, you guys need to go. Like, she snaps into action and is like, we need to take cover. And it's
get underground, and she
like
pulls.
From then on, she's, I don't want to say normal,
level-headed.
Yeah, level-headed. Yeah, it's like she doesn't want to walk into tornadoes anymore.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, we've been there, done that. Yeah, so they get through the sisters, and then there's I guess the next one is the big one where they're driving through the hail. And I mean the electric pole starts going down because like this one disappears. All of a sudden it's just like gone.
It's
then
the
you
one
hear
doing
it gurgling.
It's the one doing jumping jacks, up down, up down.
Yeah, it's like we can't see it. Where is it? And
it growls.
Right. Like it's backfilling.
It's not due yet. What does that even mean?
Yeah. The next thing you know, what is it? It throws the boat at them. Right. And Bill's in the back of the truck at this moment, and he sees it goes like, whoa.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted.
The CG boat.
Yeah.
Now, I can't remember. Is this particular one just after they visit Aunt May?
No, this one is still before.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, I don't know. Can't remember if it's just before or just after. Because then...
I think it's after Aunt Meg, because that's the scene where they hear over the radio where he's like confessing essentially his love for her still.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta look right in front of you, Joe.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Me! I mean me, Joe!
That was another cringe moment for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jesus, Joe, why can't you just forget it?
You don't understand, okay? You'll never know.
When's it gonna be enough, huh? How close do you have to get? Talk to me! Joe, things go wrong. You can't explain it. You can't predict it. Killing yourself won't bring your dad back. I'm sorry he died, but it was a long time ago. You gotta move on. Stop living in the past and look at what you got right in front of you.
What are you saying?
Me, Joe.
And we're hearing this perfectly over the radio when they're like 15 feet from the truck.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty clear.
Yeah, it's like you got the walkie right on your hip or something.
Yeah.
Well, he does lean in there pretty hot and heavy, stringing her up with the walkie.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, oh, sorry, excuse me. I mean, she kind of does have that little sexiness. She's like, oh, yeah, this feels good.
Yeah, that little... Yeah. She's got that little look on her face.
Where she's moving her hair out of the way, driving real cool.
I mean, her eyebrows go up just a little.
Yeah.
She has a little smirk. And like, I love that. That is such subtle acting.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
And then he just slides right out the back window. I love whenever she slams her truck to a stop and he slams him to the back of the cab. He's like, oh, it's ready. Yeah, then something slides into it, knocks it's the foam poles fall down and just it drops straight on it, and then it just kind of moves to the left and knocks Dorothy out of the truck onto the ground. Things spill out.
That's one of the big continuity errors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tailgate gets ripped off.
Yep.
And then in the next shot, tailgate's there again.
Yep.
Also, why do the little ball things have to be in Dorothy for it to go fly out in the thing? Why can't it just take the whole fucking thing? I don't know. It just bothered me the whole time.
I think it's the sensors relay it to Dorothy, and then Dorothy relays it back to them.
Well, we could do that in the tornado.
But to make sure that it survives, it's harder to destroy the little sensors than it is the thing.
Because I was going to say, in the end, they just send the truck, Dorothy, and everything. So,
But it shoots it off before it goes up.
Right, you see all the little sensors go up, and a few seconds later, it sucks up the entire truck, which I'm thinking at that moment, I'm like, so everything else that's spinning around in our truck is probably knocking out some of them sensors.
You know, like I said, it's one of those movies that just turn that brain off.
Don't think too much. You're going to not enjoy the movie as much.
Yeah.
that's true.
Because Dorothy was based on a real program in 1979 called Toto.
Of course it is.
Which is short for Totable Tornado Observatory.
Right.
Of course it is.
Which, I mean, they did name that after, because of the Wizard of Oz and Toto.
They created the acronym after it, and then they were like, oh, we're just... But it's like, it's based on an actual scientific experiment.
Well,
but it was more like, hey, we have this thing, if I remember correctly, let's put it in the path, let's anchor it down to the ground so it doesn't blow away. And it was a lot smaller from the pictures I've seen.
Right. It was deployed several times during the 1980s. The closest deployment to a tornado was April 29th, 1984, near Ardmore, Oklahoma, by Steve Smith and Lou Wicker of the National Severe Storms Laboratory.
And it's hard to predict the path, so it's a little difficult to know where to put these things.
Also, and just commenting on that, this is the story that this story is loosely based on.
That's one of the kernels of attempting to tie it to something that's
real.
legit.
Yeah.
Wait, I had read that at one point, and I was like, "No, this isn't a real story." Oh my god, it's loosely based on a real story.
It doesn't fall in the category of based on a true story.
No.
It falls in the category of, hey, here's this thing that we're going to include this item that was real.
So, like, I forget what the brothers Fargo, based on a true story.
Oh, Joel and Ethan Coen.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Coen brothers.
Coen brothers.
Yeah,
yes.
that's
It's not that kind of based on a true story.
it's just shy of it.
Yeah, so it turns out that Toto had a center of gravity too high for extreme wind, and it fell down as it was sideswiped by the edge of the weak tornado. Let's see. It was retired after 1987 because of safety issues and the logistical difficulty of getting such a cumbersome object in front of a tornado. It's currently on display at the National Weather Center on the University of Oklahoma campus in Norman, Oklahoma, and was the inspiration for an instrument package named Dorothy in the 1996 Warner Brothers film Twister, and for a research project in the TV movie Tornado.
Which I sadly have seen. Tornado basically is Twister. It's just like the straight-to-TV rip-off adaptation version. Yeah, I kind of went through one of the... Like, whenever this movie came out, I mean, I was already obsessed with weather, but this movie was like, oh my god, I must watch every movie that has tornadoes in
Storm
it.
Chasers.
So I watched Tornado and Night of the Twisters and all the rip-off TV versions in the 90s, and oh, dear Lord, were there a lot of them.
Yeah.
Honestly, none of them are as good as Twister, though.
Right.
No, they're very Troll 2-esque, very schlocky.
Well, a lot of them, I mean, they're not really schlocky. It's just more they're really cheap. Like, the CG is 10 times worse.
Very obvious.
The acting's terrible. The writing's terrible.
Yeah, I think that last tornado incident scene that we were discussing, that is after Meg, visiting with Meg. So, I mean, it's like, you know, they go visit Meg, you know, like, hey, you know, we couldn't help but notice we're kind of close to Wakita. Just like, no, we're not going to go see Meg.
We're not going to invade my aunt.
Yeah.
Right.
Next scene, aunt's house.
Yep.
Nice little tornado sculptures.
Yep.
And the whole crew shows up, and she's like, oh my god, it's Bill. It's my, what's her face?
My niece.
My niece, yeah.
Yep.
And
Boys.
then they're doing steak and eggs and mashed potatoes and gravy and
That gravy, though. Those steaks.
those
Steaks look great.
Oh my gosh! In freaking cast iron skillets.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a couple nice little lines there. I think both of them are from Dusty. You know, he's telling Melissa, Meg's Gravies could be its own food group.
Yeah.
And then one other thing too, is it Dusty that asks Meg, hey, you know, where's your cow?
Oh, that's
It's other dude.
It's Rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, God, you got a lot of beef here.
Didn't you see my cows out
Where'd you
front?
get all that? Where'd you see my cows out front? No. Oh. And then Dusty's like, oh, you slaughter your own cows, Meg. Nice.
Which, I mean, apparently this scene was tough for the director to film because being a vegetarian and all.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, apparently he was not comfortable with all that steak and eggs.
Which is so interesting because most vegetarians, vegans, whatever, if you're eating a thing, they don't care. That's you. That's not them. They don't care.
Well,
they're
even-
not grossed out by
Even
it.
a lot of actors, even if they aren't having an issue with wherever the food is, a lot of them, whenever they eat, they'll eat for the take and then spit it out into a bucket.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
They don't want to eat all of this take after take after
Right.
take,
I don't
even if
know.
they're fine with it.
I don't know. I'd probably eat the first half of maybe whole steak.
I mean, that's got to be hard, you know.
If you got to do 30 takes
you're putting a
and
Hey!
have the same steak in front of you for continuity.
Oh yeah.
putting a bite of juicy steak in your mouth and only having to spit it out. It's like, God, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's sinful.
Maybe the first like 20 I'd be all right, but I don't know.
I mean, we're recording this just after Father's Day.
Right.
And I would presume most of the fathers out there had steak. I wasn't a father, but I had a steak with my father. And, God, to spit that out every day. Oh,
You're a kitty dad. You're
well,
Nimbus's
sure.
father.
I will say I can't remember the last time I had a steak, but every day I crave one, and I'm fighting the urge to have another one.
Oh, it's so
But watching this movie, I think I've watched it 4 times now in preparation for this. And it just makes me want a steak that much
Those
more.
are thick cut.
Yes.
ribeye, like
Yes.
We're talking like 2
Real
inch
nice
thick.
steak.
Those are some nice looking meat.
grilled in the cast iron with the egg and all.
That's like a brontosaurus thing that they would do on the Flintstones. Big old slab of beef.
It's like a cartoon piece of meat.
I mean, hey, gotta eat good because you're gonna chase some more storms.
That's right.
And you notice they're eating fast, too.
You know
Yeah.
what I really, really love, and they just encapsulate that and capture that for this whole scene, is Meg.
She's great.
She is.
She is my grandma. She is literally what my grandma used to do back, way, way, way back when. All the guys come over after hunting or whatever it was, fishing, doesn't matter. Oh, let's cook up a whole freaking whatever, and just cook up a whole meal, and everybody's just eating, sharing stories across the table. They capture that almost perfectly, if not perfectly.
She being Lois Smith, who plays Aunt Meg, will be 90 in November.
Wow.
Whoa.
Still with us.
So she was 60, in her mid 60s when she did this?
Roughly.
Okay. Okay.
I'll be honest, I never had a relative quite like Aunt Meg, but every time I watch this, I always get a warm feeling because I wish I did. She looks like she'd be a blast to hang out with.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of the brewery in Colorado called Grandma's House, where you go there, a little bit of everything's kind of all over the place, mismatched, whatever, but it gives you that really nice warm feeling, and really that's one of the best things you're going for, is that nice warm, almost hug, so to speak.
Didn't you mention that they have like mismatching glasses?
Yes.
Specifically?
Yes, like the little Simpsons glasses that you'd buy from all the fast food restaurants and stuff.
It's like everyone has
Snoopy.
completely different styled glasses.
Yep.
Because nothing matches.
Nope.
Right.
I love that.
It's highly recommend.
Right. You just, living in a little town of Wakita, which is a real town, folks, which...
That blew my mind.
Same.
In Oklahoma.
I thought it was made up for the movie.
Same.
Population 300 and something.
Yeah, it's not much.
Yeah, 300 or 400.
Yeah.
And apparently they destroyed that drag for the movie and then revamped it all afterwards.
Right. I believe they bought some homes to destroy, and they also built some homes to destroy.
Really?
Donated a lot of money to the community. A lot of the community actually worked as extras, getting $100 a day or whatever it was.
Oh, that's cool.
Because Meg's house doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Like now you can go to it and the windmill things are still out front and the little sidewalk thing is still there, but the house is gone and there's like a little sign that just says Meg's house. But yeah, the house is, there's nothing.
Yeah. Kind of makes you want to go. Just
It crossed my mind once I learned it was a real place.
And then I found where it is and I thought, oh, it's like the northern part of Oklahoma, like in the middle of the state. And I'm thinking, there's no interstates that go there.
yeah. Yeah, you can't
I ain't
just take
scared.
44. You got to go 44 down there for quite a while.
Yeah, there's only 2 ways. You either go to the middle of Kansas and take a little
go
2-lane road down south, or you go to Oklahoma City and then take a 2-lane road out of Oklahoma City. And it's not a well-populated part of Oklahoma.
Well, maybe Oklahoma City's got some breweries and we can make a day out of it.
Oh, they do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a couple days. You want to stop somewhere.
That would be a long day.
Yeah, it would.
They did it in the movie. Lots of coffee.
Yeah. They did something.
Steak and eggs and coffee.
Right.
Oh, you have my attention now.
Yeah, so after, they get the word that, oh, man, we got to run off again. Sorry to eat and run, Meg, and all this stuff. So then they go off to the next one, which is the one we just talked about. Then they, poor Melissa hears all this stuff going on the radio. She's all upset and she's getting all wet and she's mad at Dusty.
She's in the rain, to be clear.
Right.
This is a family show.
He's trying to get the umbrella to work.
Right. But the wind's a little too strong.
I do love the sound for that scene because, her face tells you everything you need to know about what she's thinking.
Yep.
And then getting pummeled by the rain and the sound just goes out. You don't hear the rain, you don't hear the wind, you can see it. That's a nice little looking scene.
And that specific scene is that reasoning that I was saying earlier, where I kind of appreciate her character a little more now. Like she's
That's
not
the moment.
Yeah. She's not just a little, you're only here for this one purpose, which, to be fair, she kind of is.
At that point, she served her purpose.
Yeah.
She's really no longer needed at that point. I mean, he's moved on from her, essentially.
Right.
Doesn't know that she's heard this.
Right.
But you can see, like, well, my purpose is done.
Right. Yeah, you kind of see her whole personality change. Because then it pans to the next scene where they've rolled into the wherever little town that has the theater and the little kind of drive-in.
That's my favorite sequence.
Also, that area is what the kind of attraction was based off of. Was that
Universal? Yeah.
Yeah, at
The
Universal
garage.
Florida. And is that an actual street or real place, or is that more of a soundstage? Because at first it kind of looks like a soundstage a little bit to me. Maybe it was just really great lighting.
It's just like everything, because everything is right there. It's like you've got a drive-in theater right next to, which I get, you got the movie stand for the snacks, but then you've got this
almost old-timey looking McDonald's place.
Yeah, this old.
I have a feeling it's a combination
garage.
of both. Because I have a feeling some of it was soundstaged.
Like the interior.
The interiors.
Yeah.
But the exteriors, I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure that would be somewhere, even if they built it, but a lot of that looks like it'd be outdoors.
Yeah.
And the majority of the filming is done, there's very little of it was done in Hollywood.
Right.
Most of it was done in Oklahoma and Iowa, and there's a little bit that was done in Ontario, but most of it was Iowa and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So I want to say that at least somewhere they built something for that.
Yeah.
That's one of my little trivia pieces. What are the two movies showing? It's a double billing showing at that theater.
Well, one's
The Shining.
Yeah.
And what's the first movie on the bill?
Don't remember.
Psycho. Psycho and The Shining. What an odd combination.
But kind of great.
Great movies. Great movie. Two of my favorites, but just an odd combination.
Also,
But that's wonderful.
I mean, we'll have to visit The Shining some point.
Yeah, that's one I was telling Jamie last night when we were watching it again. I was like, I need to give Shining another chance. Maybe I won't fall asleep during it.
To be fair, the first couple times I watched it, I did fall asleep.
It's slow.
But
It's Kubrick.
it is possibly the best horror film of all time.
It's certainly the most artistic. I mean, it's definitely, you can put it in the category of an art film. You can put it in the category of just a regular horror film, and put it in every category in between.
Yeah, there is something about that film that is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Which, provided things go well, might be able to go to the opening credits going to the Sun Road that they drive up as they're going to, in quotations, the Colorado Stanley Hotel.
Where you're hearing the very
Wah,
old song
wah,
that's done new with
wah.
synth.
Yeah.
So Twister was a co-production between Universal and Warner Brothers, which is why the drive-in marquee at that drive-in theater shows Psycho, which is Universal, and The Shining, which is Warner Brothers.
Huh.
Oh, you don't remember that? Whatever we were watching it, Sarah looked that up.
Yeah.
Because we were like,
how did they get the rights to
yeah, how did they get the rights to that? Because those aren't Universal movies.
Yeah.
But you don't see that very often.
No. No,
Like,
the
almost
collaboration
ever.
kind of stuff.
No.
It's always this place versus that place.
Because if you look on the back of this, you just see a Warner Brothers symbol.
And even on the side, too.
Yep. Warner Brothers.
Can we comment on how the back, description of the movie looks like a tornado?
Right. A gale force movie. The special effects are spectacular. Janet Maslin of the New York Times. But yeah, you'll look at that and it is in the shape of a tornado, the way they did the text.
Also, cow.
Yep. You got to have the cow in there.
I haven't seen those VHS probably
15 years?
No, longer. Probably since I moved in here.
Oh.
So it's a solid 17 years since I've seen this.
It's been rewound.
Oh, I keep all mine rewound. Yeah. I keep mine ready to go.
check.
I haven't had a VCR hooked up in easily 10 or 15 years, but I keep all my VHS rewound just in case.
Yep.
I had no idea the back of that was like that.
That
is awesome.
Yeah, so we're at the little snack area where I think Joe's getting like 8 coffees or something, and you hear the girl go, 8?
Yeah.
Like she's shocked, like, you're getting 8 coffees.
I just wanted to serve a hot dog and maybe some popcorn and some nachos. I didn't want 8 coffees.
So am I the only one that, because maybe it's because we're after the steak and egg scene and I'm already hungry at this point in the movie, when I see that little drive-in stand, I kind of want to get me some hot dogs
Yeah, and some nachos.
They don't show
hot
any
dogs
of them.
with nacho cheese.
Like, you don't see any food in there, but
No.
that's the first thing that crosses my mind is, I want to get me some hot dogs and some popcorn.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe a big old pretzel,
Oh, yeah.
some cheese.
Yeah.
I did have some popcorn while viewing Twister today. Popcorn for breakfast.
There you go.
Because I'm an adult.
That's right.
And I do adult things.
I do what I want.
Adulting. Joe reaches into the window when the girl goes to get the coffee. She grabs a pen because she's going to finally, Bill just poured his heart out to her. And Joe says, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and sign this paper because I'm done with you.
I don't know why.
Right.
But when she grabs that pen, I'm just like, you can't just take her pen. She's stealing her pen. I don't know why. I think it every time.
Because maybe we've worked in jobs where people just steal our pens and we get angry at them.
Yeah,
I have.
You have your favorite pen that you just love writing with.
You give the customer the pen you hate, so in case they steal it.
No hard feelings.
Yeah. Or less so, at least.
Yeah.
So
that's why they always give you the pen that doesn't write.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
what we
bad
did at
pen.
the bookstore. Yeah, we would give the pens that were crappy just for that reason.
So the way that you just said that she just stole her pen, that made me immediately think of the Back to the Future where...
He's a peeping Tom.
No. It was hey, he took his wallet. I think that guy just took his wallet.
I think he took his wallet. The guy and we mentioned this in our John Candy episode, that's the guy who plays the butler in Who's Harry Crumb.
Yep.
Which I hate to say I rewatched the other day because it happened to be on.
Oh, if it's on, let's watch.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So obviously then the tornado hits, and like we mentioned earlier, she's standing there staring at it, and you can clearly see the tornado. It's already here.
You got the backlit with the lightning.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Which, there's people who complain about that scene saying it's a continuity thing, but I'm pretty big stickler for continuity problems, but that's one that I always forgive isn't really the right, but I can argue a different point of view because people say that the first time you see the movie playing in The Shining, it's whenever the twins show up.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever the tornado strikes, it's whenever he's swinging the axe to get to
The bust
Wendy.
through the door.
That's easily an hour difference.
Yeah.
But movies, and this one in particular, it's not a linear thing. Whenever it cuts to a different viewpoint, time passes.
Right.
It's not going on at the same moment.
Yeah, we didn't just watch a 24-hour film of a 24-hour event.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Time passes.
There are movies that are everything that's going, it's happening in real time, but they're very few.
Yeah.
And this is definitely not one of them.
Nope.
And every time it cuts to a different angle, it could be an amount of time. Because you have Melissa laying in her bed.
Right. Watching
the news. You got the weather
TV
going.
goes out.
Yep.
TV goes out. But there's a few seconds in there where she's just laying there playing with her wedding ring or the engagement ring.
Right.
And you can tell on her face, nothing
Her
has to be
personality
said.
has changed.
You know what's going on.
She's like, guess it's over.
I guess it's over.
Yep.
That is one of those great shot. It's like you don't need anything explained. You know exactly what's going on.
Right.
But people argue that's a continuity thing where it's like, oh, but this is like an hour has passed and this is
Right.
You don't know how much time has passed because clearly they're there for the evening.
Right. That's was the plan. They were going to kind of hold up there.
Yeah.
Regroup, and the next thing you know, they're like, "Oh hell, it's already."
Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
It's
so everybody
heading right for us.
Right. Everybody run downstairs and stuff. Melissa comes out of the hotel, runs over, and Bill's like, "Honey, come on," and they get everybody downstairs. Joe pulls the kid out of the truck.
Which downstairs is basically like one of those oil changing
Right,
stations.
Yeah, where you would be down there to walk underneath the car without having to lift it up.
Well, I love how whenever Joe turns around to the diner ladies, and she's
Right,
like, "Get underground!"
Right, she slams
That's
on the windows or whatever.
Where's underground? They're in a diner.
Right.
Except for that oil change pit, there is no underground there.
Right. Unless there was like a cellar somewhere else around there.
Something tells me probably not.
I would doubt it.
But then again, it's Oklahoma, so maybe.
Possible.
Right. Yeah, who knows?
Unless, because it doesn't actually show them in the oil pit, but it's possible they could have gone down
Yeah,
there
because
with
it
them.
looked like there was a bunch of other
It was
people
big enough.
from the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there was other unfamiliar faces.
And you see especially the one girl who cringes at the, like, oh, there's the twins, and she's like cringing away, like,
Yeah.
oh no,
Yeah.
really? That's what scares you in this movie?
I'm sure that was one of those, just pretend that something bad is happening on the screen.
Yeah.
And then when they actually
that just
cut
happens
it.
to be what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought about that today.
yeah. That's
Seeing the airline pop loose and Professor's like, kind of like he's going to catch it, and then he grabs it. He's like, ah! And next thing you know, everything comes through and hits those little hubcaps, and it spins like a frisbee and just cuts
Right
the
across
top of
his forehead.
And he has that stunned look like, oh my God, I just got hit like with a saw blade or something.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and being very confused by that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until older that I thought maybe he's got a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why he's so confused. I don't know. I don't know that it hit him that hard. But
Man, on the edge of that
Who
plastic,
knows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That
It's
would
possible.
hurt.
Yeah, because it's a nice straight line, instantly bleeding. Joe reaches over, sticks her dirty hand on it.
It's good for it.
Right.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, I always thought it just a light glancing blow, like almost like a paper cut.
Yep.
But maybe it hit him harder.
'Cause it makes kind of like a sound effect, like a saw.
Yeah.
There is a little.
Well, and I like the sound in that because you hear the whistling, and
Yep.
I love the sound of
Yeah,
that too.
because I know.
And I'm not talking
growing
about
up-
the hose, like the actual wind.
I know growing up, people have compared tornado sounds to like whistling and howling and even trains.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sound in that specific instance is pretty good.
I mean trying to make tornado wind noises, just me being a dumb, only child laying in bed, can't fall asleep. That's actually how I learned to whistle. My loud whistle. It was just messing around with playing with it. All of a sudden, I just chirped. I'm like, ooh, that was cool. But obviously, it's at night. I can't just try to let out a full power one. So I did the next day. I was like, ooh, I just learned how to whistle. So I can't just put my lips together and blow like, was it Mae West? Back in, I can't remember, or Greta Garbo. Can't remember which actress says in one of her famous movies, just put your lips together and blow.
Oh.
Something to do with like a detective kind of movie. I can't remember.
Type.
I know.
Yeah.
Makes for great radio.
Yep.
Lauren Bacall
Okay, Lauren Bacall.
in To Have and Have Not with Humphrey Bogart.
Okay.
There we go.
That's it. I knew we'd eventually get to it. But anyway, that's how I learned to whistle, was just making kind of like wind tornado-ish kind of noises laying in bed one night. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. It was about 93, so it's before the movie came out.
Sorry, I got distracted. Lauren Bacall.
It happens.
She was
Quite the looker.
quite the looker in her day.
Yes, sir. Yep. So after they do that, Dusty has to break bad news. Sorry, I hate to tell you this, but looks like it's heading for Wakita.
Not only that, half their fleet got demolished too.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Which, again, this time viewing, I was like, oh, whoa, that's his vehicle. That's his vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Station wagon goes through the truck with the camper.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're packing up and making a mad dash to Wakita, but of course they get there too late. The tornadoes already beat them there.
Too late or just in time?
Well, apparently it was just in time, according to Meg.
Yeah.
I mean,
In her case.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
Right.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
That is an interesting touch whenever they're going into the town and you're seeing the devastation and you see that family with the couple with the little girl.
Right. So
being the same couple as from the beginning.
Yeah, the same family.
Joe's family.
Yeah.
That's an interesting choice.
Right, that they do that to kind of show her it's really hit. She's got to take this. She's got to get Dorothy in the air. She's got to finish her mission or whatever.
Also, you could take it a step deeper and say that she sees all the victims, her family personified as them.
Right.
So every person that she's trying to save is essentially, in her mind, her own family.
Mm-hmm.
There's some psychological things Joe's got going on.
Yeah. So they pull up to Meg's house. It's beat up pretty bad. Meg's nowhere to be seen at the moment. So Bill and Joe climb in there. I hear Mose, the dog. And
The true hero of the movie.
Right. Meg is down, not quite downstairs. She didn't get enough warning to make it downstairs. It hit that quick.
Which she had mentioned.
Right. So they're able to get her out. As we mentioned earlier, the coax cable's keeping the TV from falling on them, which would have really hurt. They get her out.
Like an anvil falling.
Bill gets Mose and everybody's out of the house safely, and then it just collapses.
Well, and I love how after they get her out, and she's like, "Oh, you grab Mose. He's a little shaken up."
Right.
He is?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, she's got the bump on her head.
I'll
busted
be
up
fine.
wrist.
I'm going to drive myself.
Yeah.
Honey, your car's in a tree around the corner. Oh.
That reaction is my grandma.
Yep.
I mean, because anytime you said anything that was so
Outlandish and crazy.
yeah, something that she didn't want to believe or like, she just had that, oh, the
Yep.
same sound.
Yep.
Nothing else about her
Absolutely.
character is my grandma, but that sound. Mhm.
That specific, 1000% my grandma as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a funny sequence. She's like, oh, I'm going to just drive myself.
It's almost like, I mean, because that's a pretty high, dramatic, intense scene. Because the house is collapsing, they got to get her out, and all. It's like a nice kind of nervous, funny tension
Right.
release kind of a thing.
Yeah, let's make people laugh. Honey, your car's in the
Got to
tree around
release
the
the
corner.
tension. They've got ha ha ha, a tree.
Don't want it to be too serious.
But then it comes right back with that punch of it's
Yeah, Dusty's like,
it's
again.
coming again.
Yep.
It's again.
All right. Yeah, report of like an F5 or whatever. That's when Joe knows we've got to go.
It's go time.
Yep.
Well, because she was going to go in the ambulance with her.
Right.
And that's kind of a interesting twist because it was almost like she was kind of going to
Throwing in the towel.
and
Yep.
like this is more important. But then it's like, what's more important is you got to keep doing this so that it doesn't happen to somebody else.
Yeah, Meg, wise old Meg, talked her into it. She's like, Joe, you've got to go do this so it doesn't happen to other people.
Thus begins the third act, and you have the very exciting music to get you going as you have that wonderful shot of them driving towards their next adventure.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Which sets up a really fun scene. You know, they're all trying to race there. Jonah's on the way there, and they're on the radio back and forth. Things have shifted. There's quite a bit of that where Bill decides to shift and make a different turn and go a different route, and because he's obviously the science guy, he has the instinct. Like Jonah says earlier in the movie, the days of smelling dirt are over.
I always forget that.
Yeah. It's like that's right after the first altercation where Bill gets in a fight with him. Days of sniffing dirt are over.
It's like a scene right out of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it's such a G-rated line.
It's so corny. Because then a little while later after that, you got Bill out there, he picks up some dirt, and he's letting it funnel out of his hand.
I watched that, I'm like...
What does that even mean?
Who do you think you are? Like...
It's like, was it the sea kind of any swirl or something? I don't know.
I understand looking at the clouds, watching those, which he does a few times. Mm-hmm. I totally get that.
But the dirt?
But the dirt thing... I don't know about
It's
that.
like, are you a famous Native American tracker? What are you doing here?
Are you a wizard, Harry?
Right.
He's like, look at those clouds going green. Dusty's like, greenage.
Greenage.
Yeah, going green. Yeah.
He's a puppy. He loves everything. I love it.
I know, just that smile and nod and just bouncing.
If some of us could only go through life like that.
He's got the t-shirt, the unbuttoned short sleeve shirt, and the, kind of
baggy pants.
Baggy pants.
I gotta say, there were a couple of dudes in college that I knew who were very much, they could be Dusty clones.
Yeah.
And they loved everything. And they were really fun to hang out with.
Not bad, yeah.
I kind of miss those dudes, honestly.
Yeah, according to IMDb and one of the little facts, they say, in an early scene when Philip Seymour Hoffman is sitting on a lawn chair, he lifts his leg in the air while laughing. His genitals were fully visible for a split second. It was edited out of the DVD and VHS releases, but it was leaked from VHS screeners sent to industry professionals.
I won't lie. I did a few searches last night when I found that out, and
you wanted to see it.
I was just curious if it could be found, and
I would imagine there's probably screen caps somewhere.
I didn't look too hard, but I couldn't find it. I'm sure somebody who's out there will find it, but I couldn't.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting.
When I hear things that are like, "Oh, this was cut because blank," my first reaction is to go find it. Especially if it's like, oh, well, this was cut because we can't put this out into the public.
Right.
Oh, let's go find this.
Kind of like Little Mermaid penis cover or whatever.
Yeah, or what was the other movie where they put in the naked person in the window, and it was only in for like a split second.
I don't remember.
And it was in the theatrical and I think the VHS, but it got cut out of the DVD. I cannot remember which one that is. It was one of those like 80s, late 80s ones.
It's fine. You'll wake up at 3 a.m. and remember.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Yep.
Then you can tweet it out.
Yeah. Or just send me an audio clip.
No,
edit
that one I have found. It is available. That one you can easily find. I have.
Okay. Yeah, so they go off to chase down this other one so they can get... they're down to one Dorothy unit now. This is it.
Well, they have two at the very end, and one of them they put out in the road.
Oh, that's right.
And then the tree blows it over.
Right.
And they get stuck on the train.
And then it gets stuck on the train.
Right.
And then the big rig kind of knocks them loose that got blown out from the tornado. Mm-hmm. But then it magically gets sucked up again.
But it doesn't suck up their truck they're in.
Nope. Right. Just the very, very heavy semi.
Yep.
Truck's too light.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes your brain hurt.
And around that time, they try to relay that to Jonas.
Mm-hmm.
And which is kind of goes back into, oh, well, we're in it for the science and we want to try to help people. Jonas is only in it for the money, but if it means he's going to figure this out and save people, we can live with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it taking the high road approach kind of thing.
Yeah. Bill and Joe are trying to warn Jonas. Jonas isn't listening. He's not having none of it. So they try to appeal to Eddie over the radio, the driver, and Eddie's like,
poor Eddie.
Right. He gets it. He's like, yeah, maybe we ought to listen to him. It's usually not wrong.
Well, he had a couple lines himself, because there was the one time where they're chasing it and they're like, no, it's turning, and he just looks over. Looks like they're going to intercept.
Yep. I know. He kind of smarts. Looks like they're going to be intercepting. And Jonas kind of gives him a dirty look.
First down.
Yep. And then he gives him Jonas puts on the little binoculars and he looks and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
Because, Jonas has got this team back at some command center or whatever that's like feeding them all this other information. So, anyway, the truck in the trailer gets sucked up and you just hear the
That's after the pole goes through the windshield.
Right.
And impales poor Eddie.
Yeah.
What a way to go.
Yeah, it was. Next thing you know.
I love that sound, though. It's
like you hear it.
It's almost like a cartoon.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm watching a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Well, that's CGI fire.
Right, yeah. That looks so out of place.
With that CG tornado?
Yeah.
On a tube TV, it's not as bad, but man, now
HD, it's awful bright for as far away as it was.
Yeah.
Am I watching a little screenshot of GoldenEye?
Right.
And Bill, in frustration, just throws the CB radio handset down and just, damn it.
Stupid.
Yep.
She's a little more
that every
pragmatic.
day.
I do too.
I say that every day when I drive.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yep.
I just love how calm she is.
Right. She's like, you tried to warn
we tried.
We tried.
There's nothing we could do.
Yep. So anyway, they've realized.
And then he's like, well, yeah, there is. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I kind of like that where he's like, that's his moment to be like, we have to do this.
Right. That's the only way that this is going to fly. We've kind of figured out we need to make the little sensors in there. We've got to cut up all the different Pepsi cans or soda cans we could find. And I believe they use Pepsi for most of those. So nice product placement there.
Yeah.
I was going to say somebody's holding a Pepsi earlier when they're at Meg's, I think, like walking away or something. You see just a brief shot of like the older Pepsi can, the white one.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure, although I could be wrong, but I could have sworn you see it in the diner, or not the not the diner.
Yeah, the little snack
at the drive-in.
Yeah, I think so too.
Is it sad that even though I know they're probably cut up Pepsi cans, I automatically think like Sprite and Coke and stuff, that they're all cut up and use those instead?
Yeah. Yeah, so they kind of figure out that's how they're going to get the sensors to fly. Dorothy's just too light. They need to change the sensors. So, and that's when they realize we're just going to have to send the truck in. That's it.
To
be fair, that truck's pretty wrecked.
Yeah.
Already.
And it's only got liability on.
Yeah.
Right. They just drove down that road, the combine and all that stuff dropping in front of them.
Which is the other huge continuity problem.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly which one.
Because I remember being a kid and seeing that and being, wait a second, where they're driving around the combine and the feeder...
Right, the little arm smashes
her
side.
a big hole.
Shatters her part of the window.
And then the next shot, there's no
Clear.
hole. But
damage is only on his side that time.
But apparently that happened on accident, and it was too late in the production for them to account for that into the truck, so they just kind of like, well, hopefully nobody will see it.
We did.
We did.
Don't worry, we did.
Which, honestly, if you want to go down the rabbit hole of continuity errors in this movie, there's like 100 of them.
Yeah, that'd push this to a 4-hour
A lot of them are
episode.
pretty nitpicky, but the two biggies are that and the tailgate coming off.
Right.
Like, those are just in your face.
Yeah, because that phone pole, obviously we mentioned this a tornado or so before, where it drops on the back of the truck, then it just magically slides to the left, knocks Dorothy out, and the pole's just gone after that. Mm-hmm. Just disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention any of the lighting in any of the scenes.
All right.
Oh, and apparently there's shots where you can see like the helicopter reflection of the camera helicopter in the truck, and you can see crew in the shot, and there's a whole bunch of, to be fair, it was a really difficult
It's a challenging movie to produce, yeah.
Anyways, but it's like some of these are just, come on, guys.
Yeah. It's like, and then, you see this house just rolling.
The first time I saw that, I
street.
laughed.
Right,
I'm 12 years old in the theater, and I see a house rolling.
Right, it's like a
I'm going to
dollhouse.
laugh.
Right.
Also, it's like that scene in Prometheus where the ship rolls and she runs in a straight line. And it's like they're driving, and you see them drive towards the house, and there's plenty of time that you could have hit the brakes or went around. But they just like, guess we're going in, and it was that cartoon moment. Yeah,
seconds earlier, where we went off the road to avoid the combines. But
we're not going to.
Let's go through the house.
Yeah,
those are one of those moments that I call trailer shots.
Yeah,
where I swear the whole reason that it's in the movie is so you can use it in the trailer.
Yeah, that's one of the corniest deliveries I think probably Bill Paxton ever delivered in his career.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going in.
Yeah.
And then just drives through a couple different rooms as it's going up the levels because it's a 2-story house and they're hitting it from the bottom of the house.
Or the top of the house, or
something.
Directions are hard.
Yeah.
Something. And they drive out of the house. All of a sudden, a little teddy bear hits the windshield.
I was just about to mention that. That
and
is one of the most
squeak like a dog toy.
Yeah, that's one of the most subtle CG moments ever. Because the teddy bear CG, and I don't know. I just found that out this month.
Right. Yeah, you wouldn't.
24 years.
It was done. It was done that well.
That is such a subtle CG moment.
And after it bounced off the windshield, you see it out like the back window or the driver's window in the background as it falls down. Mm-hmm. It's like, wow. When I told Jamie that, she's like, wow, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was
the best CG of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's one of those where the motion blur of it really adds to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did a good job with it. Next thing you know, they're out in the cornfield. And apparently, during the opening of the doors, when they're getting ready to jump out, I guess, going through corn, the door smashed back into Helen Hunt's head. And
you mean moving in corn with a door open, the corn isn't going to resist the door back?
I don't know.
What a shock.
I know.
Yeah.
So then they just decide to jump, and they sit there, they huddle together, and they watch the truck go, and there goes the sensors, and there goes the truck.
And hooray.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God, we're getting all these readings.
Yeah.
I find it amusing that it's like, oh, and now we know exactly where the tornado is going to move to. Oh, it's going to head right for you now. And it's like, that's not how science works.
Yep. Yeah.
We'll be analyzing that for months.
Yep. Now the tornado has shifted. It's mad. Now it's going to chase them down.
I'm glad that the tornado waited long enough for it to get shot with the truck so that it can start chasing them.
Yep.
What is this, Jaws?
So they go running off a different direction through the corn, which that's fresh corn. It's not like a dried up corn maze around Halloween or anything. So it's probably pretty tough to run through, I would imagine.
I would think so.
Because a cornfield, again, it's going to be wet. Typically, you want to keep your corn moist.
It's not going to break. It's just going to bend, so it's going to resist.
Yep. So you're going to try to outrun a tornado in a cornfield.
Also, running in cornfield does not feel good. You get one of those leaves slap you in the face.
Oh, yeah.
It's like rubbing your face against sandpaper.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they're running. They just see this farm, And the horses are kind of panicking and running around. And
every time I watch this, I always, maybe it's just the animal person in me, but I'm always like, oh no, the horses! Somebody save the horses!
Yep.
Even though you clearly see after it's over, the horses are fine.
Right.
But I'm always like, no, the horses, save the horses. Who cares about these two people? He's an asshole anyways. Save the horses.
Right. So they see the barn, and they decide, oh, we're just going to run towards the barn. And, as they're running by the fence, the tornado's sucking up all the fence posts and then kind of using them as like throwing knives, essentially. They run to that barn and close the door, and the posts are slamming into the door.
Which, I remember whenever we were watching it, I mentioned, like, this movie kind of does, like, the checklist of all the cliche tornado items. The whistling sound, you have blowing out windows, because I remember in the 90s it was real big. Open your windows so they don't get blown out.
Yep.
Which turns out to be the opposite of what you want to do.
Exactly.
Right.
The whole, like, there's all little things, but that's like one of the last things is beware the projectiles that it's going to shoot at you, because I remember reading this in books. It can shoot a straw into a tree.
You're right.
It'll use like 2x4s as missiles, and well, you get your fence post as missiles in that scene, and yowza.
Yep. And then they get in there, and then Joe's like, "What kind of people are they?"
Because they have like scythes and
right. You get all these
normal
pitchforks
equipment,
and right, all this stuff. Like, well, you ran into the damn barn.
Yeah, maybe you should have run to the house instead.
Right.
I mean, I understand the logic of not running into the house. Because it's probably going to blow the house away.
Right.
But do you think that the barn's going to be more sturdy than the house? I don't think so.
I'd bet on the residents.
I mean, I would assume that they'd both not be a good thing to go into, but
Right.
let's go for a shed instead.
Yeah, so we're just going to go out to a little bitty, basically looks like an outhouse.
I remember the first time I saw it, I thought, why are they going into the outhouse? Are they going to crawl into the hole in the ground?
Yeah, so he
I want to see that. Maybe that would have been a Bill Paxton's extreme version. They crawl into the hole in the ground in the outhouse.
Could have been.
You have the famous line of, "Oh, you got to be kidding me!" as they jump in.
Yeah.
Got the little straws so they could breathe.
Oh no. Oh.
Because you're covered. You're deep.
Oh no.
Is there also a little like a critter living in there with one eye?
Could be.
Trash compactor monster.
And then Gollum pops out.
My precious.
My precious poops.
Gosh.
This just took a wrong turn.
So the tornado destroys the barn. Comes after them. I mean, it's still chasing them. So was it just his belt, or was it a leather strap that he'd found?
They're straps they found in the...
Okay.
I don't know if they were like
for riding horses, or...
Yeah, I don't know if they were horse things or just like machine belts or...
Yeah, something.
Because they
It
just
was
look
hard.
like leather straps.
So they just strap themselves to the
Oh, it's the pipes. It goes down 30 feet.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I'm not a farm person. I have no idea what that pipe or that building or what that is.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just the well or what. I mean, obviously, it's
I
probably
don't
like
know.
a water source for the
Irrigation. Yeah, that could be.
That could be.
I don't know.
That's my best guess.
Right. And tornado destroys that building. Their feet are straight up in the air. Their heads are still down, and they're looking up at it. And it's like a magical.
Which
Yeah.
that's not at all how tornadoes work.
No. I'm seeing all these cool lights and stuff.
Well, they see like the blue sky.
Right.
Like, because I remember back then watching things where they were like, oh, well, we theorize that it's like a hurricane where you're in the eye, you can see the blue sky of the hurricane. It's like, yeah, in the hurricane, you do see the blue sky.
Yeah.
That's not how tornadoes work. You don't see right through the 40,000 feet of thunderclouds above you.
Right. And then the tornado just as quickly dissipates. Mm-hmm. Which that's the thing, most of these tornadoes, they just dissipate like immediately. It's like, and scene.
Yeah, they're eerie. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not joking when they're like, oh, they appear out of nowhere and they can just disappear into nowhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next thing you know, cue up some more music, and they're happy they survived. They look and like, oh look, it spared the house.
Yeah.
You got, Daddy and the
Family
and the
comes
kids.
out.
Mama got the little redhead baby girl on her hip.
Yeah, they got like 3 kids.
Yeah, a couple boys, a little bitty redhead girl.
That's a lot of work.
And I love that they come out of the storm cellar. And I've seen people post online where they're like, well, why didn't these people run to their storm cellar?
Right.
Well, how do you know where their storm cellar is? They're like flat on the ground.
Yeah, and who knows if they would have let them get in.
Yeah, I mean, they
Maybe
probably
they had it latched.
Yeah.
I mean, that dad might have stayed away from the door. He might not have heard him knocking at the door. So, just saying.
because I remember I spent some time when I was a kid at one of my aunt and uncle's house, and they had a storm cellar, and it was, that's the thing with storm. They're not like right by the house. They're like usually a good ways away from the house.
A little distance.
I never
And
understood
you never
that.
see them. Like if you don't know where they are, you don't really see them.
I would imagine that's probably that just in case a tornado does destroy the house, that all
You're
that
not
stuff's
trapped in
not
the house.
right. That all that stuff's not laying on top of the door where you can't get out of your storm cellar.
Yeah, because I
But
never understood
don't they
that
usually
either.
have supplies in that storm cellar thingy?
Oh yeah,
If you,
I mean, you'd be good for a
you
couple
want.
days.
maybe.
maybe,
I don't know.
but you're so rural. It might take a week before anyone knows there's a problem.
All right. I'll live with that answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a long time to figure out why can't you just go out and then your cellar's like right there? But
Yeah.
if your house is on top of your cellar door,
You're kind of screwed.
how's he gonna get out?
All right. Cue up Shine On. And the reinforcements arrive.
Which is Humans Being by Van Halen. Probably one of the last things they did before Sam Hagar was kaput.
Yeah. It's just such a great little song. The rest of the cars are driving up. Whoa, did you see that? That's so cool. Yeah, I saw it.
Which I just want to mention, like, Shine On is one of those songs that every time I hear it, it's like whatever issues are going on in the world, it kind of melts away, at least for however many minutes the song is. Mm-hmm. And it's just like everything's fine. Kind of like there's another song. It's like the outro, the end title on Tron Legacy. It has that same feeling for me. I don't know why. I can't explain it. But it's like everything melts away, and it's just like, no, everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's gonna be good. At least those 2 songs. I'm sure there's plenty out there, but those 2 specifically are like 2 examples of everything's just fine.
Well, it's like I'm not gonna plug my Facebook page that I have that's strictly all music, but that's one of the reasons that I created it, was to showcase music from basically all over the world, but lesser known things, because music is one of those things that evokes feeling generally. Mm-hmm. Whether you love it or you hate it, you get a feeling out of it. And that's the thing that it's, this movie's got some great music in it too. The sound design's great, but the soundtrack's fantastic. But there's nothing greater than finding a song that makes you completely forget everything else that's going on, and you just, whether it's 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 20-minute song, it's glorious.
Yeah.
And I haven't, I'll be honest, listened to a whole lot of Van Hagar era, but a lot of that songs are definitely like that. Mm-hmm. You get a lot of Dreams is another good example.
Love that one.
It's very uplifting things.
Yeah. That, what I like to call like that bright metal or bright guitar with those.
Optimistic, I would call it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of that, like 90s Van Halen stuff, it's very optimistic. Mm-hmm. Like, we can rise above this.
Well, the 90s was an optimistic time, Justin.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
for a time.
It depends on which aspect, because grunge was kind of big, and that wasn't quite so optimistic.
Yeah, it was a little
That's
depressing.
Fair. That's fair. A little more dirty.
I would call it a little more real. Bringing things back down to earth.
Well, if you think 1992. I think that's when Bill Clinton was elected. His theme song or campaign song was by Fleetwood Mac. Don't stop thinking
believing.
About. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's an optimistic, uplifting song.
Yeah, from a very tumultuous era of Fleetwood Mac.
Right, yeah. Yeah, very. I think their entire time was tumultuous.
Not entirely. Just their most popular time was.
Okay.
That's a fascinating band to delve into.
Yeah, just speaking of happy and optimistic or whatever, just one last little sequence of lines I did want to mention too. The back and forth with Bill and Joe discussing their quote-unquote relationship that was broadcast earlier in the film, where Bill's like, I'm a happy person. I'm a happy guy. I'm happy with myself. Blah, blah, that stuff like that. And he says, I'm happy with Melissa. I know what her name is. He forgets what her name is. Not like
with
That is one of those, like, you can write it, but
it's got to be delivered.
It's all acting.
It's got to be delivered.
It's
right.
delivered perfect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, just great job by the cast with delivery and everything like that. They really put in that where you felt, he was so frustrated he couldn't even remember her name.
Mm-hmm.
I know the feeling.
So I think we've all been there at least a few times.
Mm-hmm. Man. No, it's just such a great film, and it's like you mentioned a while back. It's one of those movies that you've seen it so many times. It's on all the time. It's on Netflix right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the time that we record this, and towards the end of June 2020.
It's one of those things that shows up on TBS, TNT. Mm-hmm. Quite a few of them, fairly often.
Yeah. That's pretty much about all I got for this thing.
Yeah.
Great film. I'm sure I'll watch it again multiple times.
Well, I own it now, so I suppose I will too.
Yeah.
I put it in the category. I mean, it's one of those movies that I want to genuinely love. It's just my brain hurts because I have to turn it off a little bit.
Right.
But that's why I call it a guilty pleasure for me.
Yeah.
Anytime it's on, I have to watch.
And again, like there is absolutely nothing wrong with being a fantastic popcorn flick. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes when the world is real dark, that's what you need.
Yep. You won't just want to go to the movie theater, kick back, and forget about everything. Just turn your brain off and be entertained.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you, I'm not in a rush to get back to the theaters, but man, I want to go so bad right now.
It's one of the things I would say I miss the most during all of this is being able to just go pop up, grab some fresh popcorn, big old soda, and just turn things off.
Especially summertime when it's really hot out.
Go in the nice, cool theater.
Yeah.
Where you almost need to take a little
jacket because you're like, oh, it's so cold in here.
Then you go out and you just start sweating. You're like, oh my God, this is horrible.
Oh, let's go see the next film.
You walk out and your eyes are so used to the dark that you can't see for like 5 minutes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See the heat coming off the blacktop. Like, get in that hot car that's 115 degrees inside. Mm-hmm. It's been baking for the last 2.5 hours. No, yeah. Twister, definitely recommend it if you've never seen it. Just entertain it.
Mm-hmm.
Entertainment.
I still would really love to see a version that Bill Paxton wants to make or wanted to make.
Right.
Yep. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
Which, speaking of Bill Paxton, you know about the GPS tribute to him?
No.
I remember hearing about it.
So a bunch of, I think there were spotters or storm chasers.
Yeah, storm chasers or something.
They went through Oklahoma and they sent up blips on their GPS in BP across the state to honor him after his death. And at the Waukita Twister Museum, they actually have a picture of what that would have looked like across the state.
Huh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they definitely respected him for, I mean, being part of the project that brought a lot of attention to storm chasing and the importance it can play. I mean, having an advanced warning system is pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
The more advanced warning you have, the better chance of surviving.
And, I mean, everything can always be improved.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, today, we're pretty good about having some advanced warning.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now they warn you and there's nothing even there.
Well, it's like I was doing research for this, and I was, not to end on a sour note, but whenever I was watching because every time I watch this movie, I like, oh, I'm going to watch legit science tornado things.
Documentaries and stuff.
I watch all kinds of things, and then sometimes just raw footage of tornadoes because I'm that weird. And one of the worst tornadoes, the Joplin one, 2011, they had 20 minutes of warning. Sirens have been going for 20 minutes, and a lot of people admitted later they just didn't pay attention.
They ignored it.
Because, I mean, here we're kind of in that same boat where, I mean, we get tornado warnings, I won't say all the time, but fairly often.
Frequently enough that they're top of mind.
Yeah.
Right.
But I wouldn't say the average person really worries about it so much, because usually if the tornadoes hit, they usually go north, or they go south, or they hit west, or they hit east, and we're kind of getting...
It's kind of how I've always felt growing up. It's like, well, I don't really expect a tornado in the areas that I live because I know where they historically have hit.
So usually it's, we don't worry. Well, in Joplin, they didn't pay it much attention, and in 2011... They had an EF5 a mile wide that went right through the middle of it.
Quote unquote, caught with their pants down.
Yeah. And it's one of the biggest recorded, one of the deadliest recorded, and always pay attention.
I know one of the teachers I was working with at the time, they were coming back from somewhere in Oklahoma, and they had pulled off in Joplin or whatever and had just got back on 44, so many minutes before it actually hit. So like they got out just in time.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like what's going on right now, where it's with your masks and whatnot. It's what's the worst that could happen if you err on the side of caution?
I agree with that.
Better to be safe than dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're dead, you don't have to worry about the mask anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, just as soon be inconvenienced for 30, 40 minutes as opposed to dead forever.
Like a seatbelt?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, on a more positive note, shine on, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. All right, folks, that does it for this episode of the Back to the Past podcast. We appreciate you taking the time to listen to us ramble on about one of our more enjoyable favorite movies, like Justin mentioned, Guilty Pleasures.
Definitely.
Yeah, just a great film that if you do ever find it in coming to a theater near you, just on one of those one-off showings on a Saturday afternoon or something like that, or during a middle week, just maybe go check it out. Get the full experience. The theater experience we had, obviously it was in a little small town theater, so not like a big AMC or Marcus Theater chain. So it wasn't the greatest sound experience. They didn't put it in their best screen. We'll say that. So it was still enjoyable to see it on a big screen, but I know it could have been a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely recommend taking the time to go check that out. So that's all I've got for you folks. I don't know if you guys have any last moment little things. All right, so we will see you next time when we get back from the past.
That's what makes us humans being. Shine on, shine on. Shine on, shine on.
Delta Airlines just turned 100 and is already shaping the next century of flight with the Delta Sustainable Skies Lab. Here, they're building the future of flight. Think electric air taxis and next-gen aircraft aiming to cut fuel burn significantly. And this isn't just future talk. Today, their fleet of Boeing 737s have marine-like finlets designed to reshape airflow that reduces drag. The future of travel is more sustainable, and Delta's leading the way. Learn more at delta.com/sustainability.